Hello? Hello? I am frantically trying to finish installing the world update, so it's been going for like 20-something minutes. It's almost done. Come on, one more gigabyte and then it'll be completed, and then we can play the online game. What's up, Super React, Sierra, Josh? Which world update? 13, Oceania. It has New Guinea listed here, so I thought I'd install it just in case. It makes it a little prettier. We will see. AYWB, what's up? What's up, Mike? Sorry to say some of you will be disappointed in this, but I took the chat off the stream because it's just kind of busy. And I end up reading all the chat messages out loud anyway, so. Who needs the teeny tiny 6 pixel tall text on their phone that they can't read anyway when I'm just going to read all the messages for the most part? Hey, Steve, what's up? Just trying to clean it up, you know? Trying to keep it clean. Victor says, is it a new update? Negative. This was... When was this released? This was 13. This was, what, like... I don't know how many updates ago this was. Which world update are we on now? I can guarantee it was sometime last year. Is missionary bush pilot gonna join us? I wish. That would be awesome. I noticed Oz Flight Simmer was flying in Papua New Guinea. Like, was it yesterday? I had no intention of copying him, but you know, when somebody's good at something, you should copy them. So here we go. But I was gonna do this as well, just because Orbex released a few airstrip sceneries for a few airstrips for this. So I saw that in the marketplace. I was like, you know, this would be fun to do something like this after doing the world tour or the USA cross the country trip we've done the last 15 streams or so. So I thought this would be a nice change of pace because it's going to be silly in that it's going to be impossible and we're going to crash a lot and not be able to find the airports a lot. So yeah, I thought this would be fun to do today. And I grabbed the Orbex PNG. This might be the, yeah, this is the first, I think it's the first PNG scenery in the marketplace, so I actually wouldn't recommend getting this really. I think it's like $12 US, and I thought it had a bunch of airstrips. It's only got 3. You'll notice that they don't even mention how many airstrips there are here in the description. They don't say anything because it's only 3 of them. You have to go to their site to see that there's only 3. Anyway, in the video description, I put a bunch of links. I know it's probably too late for you guys to install these right now, but if you want to use them later, I put a few links into ones I grabbed from flightsim.to. There's one by a guy named Wantalk, and then another one, Photos by Kev. I didn't realize, I think Photos by Kev is like a pretty well-known scenery creator. I'm not familiar with him just because I don't download a lot of scenery from flightsim.to. But, it looks like, I noticed on the Got Friends site, he has one of the avatar things you can buy, so. PBK is awesome for bush trips. Yeah, I guess he's a huge scenery maker. I'm just kind of the oblivious person who just is in my own little world sometimes. What's up, Hanger? Double ender kind of day, Jewel. You can if you want. Yeah, I mean, double ender feels like a cheat code for this. But it can get up to 10,000. You'll probably need to turn off the realistic flight model part of it to make sure that you can get up to like 10,000 and 11,000 feet when we need to. But besides that, yeah, you're gonna have an easier time in the double ender. But generally, like Kodiak, Pilatus Porter, the Beaver, the Caravan, Twin Otter, those are the kind of planes you should consider. If you don't have any of those, like the Grand Caravan is a good one that everybody can use. Very similar to the Kodiak. I'm gonna fly the Kodiak. You could use the PC6 Turbo Porter as well. That's available to everybody. So yeah, Caravan and Porter are the 2 that everybody has access to. All right, this is installing right now, I guess. Just in the nick of time. All right, cool. Just in case that gives us some good scenery updates. We'll find out. I'm gonna fly the Kodiak. See, this is that thing we were talking about last stream. At the bottom left corner, there's no menu for the more thing until you hit go back. Oh, the sim is freezing already. Look, I can see where you guys are. Nice. There, now I have to... Wait, where is it? There, now suddenly more appears. Alright, I'm gonna load a file that I put on the Discord that has a bunch of places to fly. This is in no particular order. We're not necessarily gonna hit all of these. A lot of them are really close together, but I just based this off of the scenery I grabbed, and I found some that are kind of in a straight line, like in the same area of Papua New Guinea. So there are ones in other locations, like down here. I think this Moresby one is where Missionary Bush Pilot flies out of a lot. That's Jackson's. Port Moresby is shown here. Anyway, we hear him say Moresby all the time on his channel. So the only familiarity I have with Papua New Guinea is through his videos. So this is going to be very new for me. It looks like it's about to be sunrise there as well. So hopping in the Kodiak. You're having trouble starting the Kodiak engine. Make sure that the fuel is turned on above your head. Super. There's 2 little fuel notches. I'll do it myself. I'll probably just use the quick start, honestly. And Vaughn for the 172. It's okay. It's a little underpowered, but I would recommend the Grand Caravan instead. It'll give you a lot more power, and it's really easy to fly. I am changing to daylight. I would recommend it if you guys don't want to fly in the dark. It's about to be sunrise there in local time, so totally up to you. And I went ahead and modified my nameplates. These are the nameplates from... I got them linked in the description, but they're from flightsim.to. Oh, I don't have React's name in there. Crap. I went through some of my friends list and just added a bunch of names, and they'll get highlighted in blue. So now I can kind of tell between, you know, who's a regular, who's just joining us maybe for the first time. The gold-colored ones are just highlighting certain plane types. So if people are flying GA planes, I basically have it highlighting my favorite types of planes. So Grand Caravan, 172, planes like that. Looks like I have to add React in here. I think I added React, but maybe you had numbers on the end of your name in my list or something. I have no idea. Anyway, looks like for some of you it's working. It's kind of nice. Just modify it and have those colors there. I can't add you without restarting it, so somebody is right on top of me. So I'm gonna go to General Options, Traffic, and turn off that option to show people in close proximity. Reclaim my cockpit here. All right, let's get the fuel on. Prop full forward. It's in cutoff and idle. Turn emergency fuel cutoff off. And then what do we do? Master and starter to low, I believe. Yeah, let's see. Ignition on. Starter to low motor. Now turn the beacon on. 12 on the NGs. Introduce fuel, low idle. There we go. And switch it over to GPS. I'm not going to use autopilot, but whatever. B gives us altimeter setting at 2983. 2983 if you guys want to set the local pressure. Okay. Torque green. And I believe I can just turn generator, alternator on, starter off, ignition off. Oh, I didn't do the aux fuel pump. Probably should have been on for startup. Anyway, I'm sure it'll work just fine. I'm gonna leave the inertial separator off all day probably. Aux bus. Nice. And then if you guys want to save some frames per second, you can do this old school hack. Control 4 to get down here to your circuit breakers. And down here, pull the one called number 3 standby attitude indicator. That'll turn off your little standby Garmin G5 or whatever over here. Save you a little frames. Save you some performance. Mark says, which plane? I would recommend the Kodiak if you own it. Otherwise, you can grab the Grand Caravan. Everybody has that. The Pilatus Porter. Everybody also has that. The Turbo Porter. Those are all good choices. But if you want to fly a 737, nobody can stop you. All right, and we are starting at, what is the name of this air? It's Wabo is the name of this one. I'll probably mispronounce everything, so as is tradition. But we're here at AYWB, so Alpha Yankee Whiskey Bravo. What's up, Cyber? Kodiak bias. Dude, the Kodiak's great. I mean, you know, we're flying in Papua New Guinea. It's only fitting that we fly the Kodiak. Oh, looks like I wasn't in... Oh, I forgot in this one. So your mixture, my mixture lever in this is not like it is in the Kodiak, where it just gives you 3 positions. It actually moves a little bit at a time. So I'll pull it back into like low idle. All right, so we can either use notch 1 or 2 for our takeoff. I think in general, I would guess we use notch 2, the 10 degree or the 20 degree setting, just because a lot of the short strips we're going to be flying today. But all right. Taxi light, strobe light, landing light, all on. Outside air temperature is super warm. It's 27 degrees. And whoops, I actually turned on, I attached my rudder pedals today. So I have actual rudder pedals going on. All right, no wind information for this airport that I see digitally. So do we have a windsock here? Doesn't look like it. But in terms of the trees, I feel like, yeah, I feel like this way, taking off towards the northwest seems better. Or sorry, is that towards the south? I gotta get rid of this HSI map. There we go, map off. This is my kind of map. Just a regular compass. Looks like we're on runway 12 right now. All right, fuel condition to max. Our first leg is a longer one. We're just going 40 miles, and then we're going to get into all the little airstrips that direction. I just wanted to start us at a slightly bigger airport with a nice hard surface runway just to start. Man, this thing just turns on a dime. This thing's great. So I figured it would be nice to yeah, have our only hard surface runway for the day, basically, right here. All right, I'll give you guys a second to line up. And once we take off, we're going to be heading on a course of roughly 070. So almost directly east. And we got 40 miles, and then we'll be at our first airport. So the first airstrip is Alpha Yankee Quebec Mike. So AYQM. It's called Simogu. And this will just begin the terrifying approaches into unknown areas. Just doing it, you know, ad hoc, just going for it, basically. So this should be fun. After all the like organization and knowing where we're going every day for the USA flights, I just wanted to be lazy and just fly to a bunch of airstrips and just have fun today. So hopefully you guys also feel the same way. All right, parking brakes off. Let's go for it. We're going to take off, and then we're going to turn to the left. I'll watch that torque there. This is with 2 notches of flaps, 10 degrees on the flaps. I have a feeling we're going to be using that a lot today. What's up, Bloomin'? Greetings from cold Finland. Negative 18 Fahrenheit today? Dude, oh my god. I forgot rudder trim on this guy. I forgot how much the rudder trim's important. So I'm looking right here on the slip indicator, getting all the triangles and that line all lined up. But if you guys aren't familiar with the slip skid indicator to coordinate your turns, it's this little teeny tiny segment underneath the bottom triangle here. So you would just either step on your rudder left or right to center it. So you step on the direction it is, or you can use rudder trim the direction it is if you're in a climb especially to counteract it. All right, let's go to the left here. Dude, that is so cold, Bloomin'. I don't like that at all. I feel so bad that React is not in blue. Sorry, man. Oh, and Jeff, too. I didn't add Jeff to the blue name list. So I'm gonna, as you guys are flying along regularly, I'm just gonna add you guys to the blue name. Then I can see who the new pilots are and who the regulars are, and shame you into flying regularly with us. You know, that's the real strat there. All right, let's go a little more to the north. And I did fly a couple of these airstrips last night to check them out, and mostly I had to like circle the airstrip like 2 or 3 times to figure out the best way to approach them. So I think we're going to be doing a lot of that today, trying to figure out how we get into these airstrips. A lot of them are in valleys along rivers and stuff like that, and until you're right on top of it, they can be really hard to see. So this is just super challenging stuff. I'm like pretty excited to fail along with you guys, or I'll be the only one to fail more than likely. You guys will just, you know, be great the whole time. Make them pay for the blue name. All right, I'm gonna end up zooming this map in a ton here. This kind of flying, I know a glass cockpit, like it or hate it, the technology is pretty amazing. You can also get this on like the other GNSs, like the 530, 430. The relative terrain map is so useful for flights like this, especially if we get into any clouds and stuff like that. You can really see like which direction to go to be safe. All right, pulling out that rudder trim. All right, gonna try to just get over this mountain here. The terrain here is just absolutely insane. I haven't really flown here at all outside of like last night. Definitely watched a lot of Missionary Bush Pilot on YouTube, so I know it's crazy, but even experiencing yourself in a sim is insane. Oh yeah, how do you enable that? So just go down to PFD options or map options. So if you're doing it over here on a little map, it'll be in the options here, relative terrain on the inset map, or over here you can go to map options and change TER for terrain. It'll be on topo, the topographic map first. Just click that to cycle it to relative terrain. And anything is green. Green, I believe, is 1,000, between 500 and it's above 1,000 feet, like 1,000 to 1,500 relative to your current altitude. Yellow, I think, is between 500 and 1,000, and then red is 500 and under, including under your altitude. Or sorry, above your altitude, so a collision hazard. You know, I mean, it's appropriately scary looking. So yeah, if you see the yellow, be a little scared. If you see the red, be a lot more scared. But it's super, super useful to have that on. What's up, John? Our first airstrip we're going to stop at is AYQM. I put a list of all of them in the video description, but our first one is, Alpha Yankee Quebec Mike. Alpha Yankee Quebec Mike. I usually have the VFR map up so you guys can see, but I'm just trying to keep it clean today without too much stuff going on. It's very pretty here. Especially all the names. Very, very pretty. Blumen says, oh, about electricity for heating rates. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, what's up, Mike, by the way? I don't know if I said hi to Mike. Hey, Rizwan, how you doing? And hey, Mao. It looks like we need to go a little more north here. And let's see how far we are from the... Why doesn't Control 1 go into the... It's so weird when Control 5 is this camera. Should be Control 1, you know? 27 nautical miles. So we're about 12, 13 miles into the first leg. The first leg's 40 miles. After that, everything was within 5 to 10 miles. So we're just going to hop around and play around at all these airstrips. Test our landing skills or lack of landing skills. Rizwan says, I'm practicing on taxiing the Cessna. Oh, and flight training, nice. Yeah, I would recommend using all of the built-in tutorials first until you get super bored of them. But the good thing about the built-in tutorials really is that it's going to help you learn your controls, whether you have an Xbox controller, keyboard, mouse, yoke, stick, pedals, you know, whatever. There's so many configurations for what peripherals you might have. So that's the main value in the tutorials that are built in, I think, is, you know, it'll give you hints on which buttons do what. All right, I'm stuttering here in the sim. I think the most stutters I've ever had in a sim has been since Sim Update 14. So, hey Cole, what's up? New here, saw you on the Say Intentions Discord. Nice. I'm not using it today because we're flying around like Papua New Guinea to these little tiny airstrips. Definitely no tower at these airstrips we're flying at today, but I'll definitely be back on it next week, probably on Tuesday, doing more Say Intention stuff. But thanks for joining, Cole. All right, nice, John. Yeah, we'll see you there. Rizwan says I use the Logitech flight yoke with the rudder pedals. Nice, dude. If you have a yoke when you're first starting, it's just a game changer. Like even if it's like a Logitech yoke, that's great. I would say like I used to have the Logitech throttle and the Logitech rudder pedals. I would say the throttle is worth it. I bet the yoke is pretty decent too, but the rudder pedals, I did not like them. I upgraded those as fast as I could just because it has that really, it takes a lot of pressure to get them going. So it's hard to be, hard to make small inputs with those. But you know, if you have that stuff, it is so much better than not having any of those peripherals. So it sounds like you got a good start to your simming career. Okay, White says constant stutters for me since the update too. Yeah, it's been a lot more than it was in the past for me. And I don't think it's because I have more stuff installed. Like, I kind of have the same stuff I always have installed. A couple world updates, Rex Acu season. Yeah, it just seems to be happening more than it used to. Is the next airport touch and go? We're going to be doing full stops at every single airport today because all of them are very short grass airstrips that we'll be lucky to land at. I think most of the time we'll run off the end of the runway into the trees. So if you don't have it off, go to your settings, go to assistance options here, go to failure and damage and turn off crash and stress damage. I would recommend turning those off for today. I'm just going to add a bunch of fuel right now. It's probably in our best interest to be light on fuel, but I also don't want to forget. All right, let's see how far we are from our first trip. We're more than halfway there, so about 18 miles to our first airstrip. And I've done very little research. I flew to a few of these last night. I flew to the Orbex ones to check out the scenery, and they're just all very challenging, so brace yourself mentally. We're all going to be humbled today. God, I love the Kodiak. Oh, I need to add... I'm so sorry you guys aren't blue. I know it's such a huge deal to me. Like, Loki, you're always here. Johnny-Mon, I need to turn you guys blue after this flight. I just finally dove into customizing that nameplates mod. It's a free one from flightsim.to, and I linked it in the description, but you can go in and edit some files and add the names of like your friends in there. You add their gamer tags, and it highlights them in a different color. And then if you have any CSS chops, you can go in and change the colors of those and customize them. So I customize the colors. So if I added someone as like a friend, I added your gamer tag, you're in blue now. Sorry that I didn't add all you guys yet. And then you can highlight people based on the type of planes they're flying. So everybody that's listed in gold, you're in gold because I put those as like my favorite plane types. So for example, the looks like one of you guys is in the M500, the Grand Caravan, the 172, all the best GA planes, you know. So I just put those in. But yeah, everybody can customize them themselves. And yeah, if you're not afraid to edit some CSS files and a JavaScript file, it's really easy to open in a text editor and edit them. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It adds a lot to the nameplates. Looks all custom and cool. Oh, Flub Dan, I need to add you too. But I need to take some screenshots just so I remember whose names to turn blue. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of following this valley too, but it shows this valley ending up ahead. So I'm going to try to climb up above it. Actually, let me see if I can move the map over that direction. Oh yeah, okay, it's up in the high ground, Anakin. So we need to get up to the high ground to the right, to the east a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up over these hills. You'll make a list in Discord. I actually went through my whole friends list and looked at all the names. I think I added almost everybody, but I probably made some typos. Super overstress the aircraft, caused critical damage. The next airport's AYQM. I'll type it in the chat. AYQM is up next. All right, let's just try to climb over this here. Ah, Kodiak, I love you. You're beautiful. Look at this. Look at this aeroplane. So I installed a few flightsim.to packs, scenery packs. The first one I installed is by Wantok. I linked it, and then there's one by Photos by Kev for a few strips. So I basically went through those and just made the flight plan based off which ones had scenery, and we're relatively close together. The Orbex pack, I was excited to see it. I was like, oh, nice, Papua New Guinea, I'll fly there. I'll grab the Orbex pack. I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but they don't list which strips it covers. And when I went on the Orbex site to look for details, it only has 3 airstrips. Like, they're very, very detailed, which is great. But it's $12 for 3 airstrips. Seems kind of expensive to me. Am I on Facebook? Oh, no. Negative. I deleted Facebook a long time ago, actually. I honestly don't. This is the most social media type thing I do in my entire life. I avoid pretty much everything. Like, I love doing, I love Discord and like flight sim community stuff, but outside of that, like personally, I just text my friends. You know, I don't post anything on social media. Like, the joke for my Instagram with my friends is that I do a post like once a year. And it's usually something very random. People are like, this is what you post after a year of nothing? Only on Instagram because you have to be. Yeah, I mean, I just text people. I find social media to be, maybe it's an age thing or a generational thing or whatnot, but I mostly roll my eyes at social media. It's a lot of, maybe this is too serious, but I feel like a lot of the time you could just replace these social media apps with a mirror for a lot of people and it would have the same effect. It's just a lot of like yelling into the void. So how do you find me on Instagram? You do not. You just find me on YouTube. That's it. And Discord. Next airport is downhill. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Is it right in front of us? Wait, is this the airstrip right in front of us? Well, I kind of see it glitching through the terrain. All right, let me zoom this this map in. Yeah, it looks like it's right at the bottom of this, right over this hill here.
500.
So I'm gonna end up circling this once or twice to figure out the best approach. I think we're gonna have to come in from this side towards it. It looks like, or maybe from the southeast over here. But I think with all of these, kind of like what happened to me last night, is I had to fly around and circle a lot to figure out my approach. So I'm going to try to slow it down, trim it out a bit, and eventually get our flaps out. But I'm just going to fly over the field, see what we're dealing with at this one. Looks like a couple of you already there. So yeah, if you guys see Captain JMR, it looks like he's probably approaching from the correct direction. Let's see where the strip is. Oh, it is facing this way. All right, it's facing from where I am. Man, can I make this? I don't think I'll be able to make it my first try.
500.
I'm going to get my flaps all the way out, try to get a visual of the field. Oh, this might not be too bad, actually. We're going to have to chop and drop. Lots of slipping today, I feel like. Lots of chopping and dropping. This might be doable. And in general, I would skim the trees like as close as you can. And if you need to slow down and lose altitude quickly, try to do a slip, which means you give it full rudder in one direction slowly, and then you use ailerons, roll in the opposite direction. So you're kind of coming in almost like crooked. And that'll like slow you down and give you a reasonable airspeed while losing altitude. Oh no, I'm already too low, I feel like. Oh god. I slowed down way too much. Oh, this one is uphill. I'm like borderline stalling, but I think we need to do that. Oh my god, that was way too hard. Holy crap. Oh, dude, this is gonna be a rough day. Oh no, that's way too rough. Alright. Dude, this is wait, is somebody in a helicopter? Oh no, it's a terrain thing. Oh no, it's because I installed the world update. Everybody's floating in the air. Oh yeah, the elevation change. Oh no. Looks like Enon might have the world update. Oh nice, and is that the Cub? Or the Savage Cub? Oh no, maybe I should uninstall it. Drake. Oh no, the elevation is messing with it. Yeah, I hate when this happens. We have the elevation differences because I installed the world update. Or it could also be because of the custom scenery. Oh, Enon's in the Savage Gravel. Oh, this just looks silly. Maybe I should uninstall the... I assume this is actually the world update, maybe, that's doing it. Sorry, this looks so silly. Oh, it might be the scenery. You have the world update. Yeah, maybe the scenery is flattening it out. Okay. I mean, it looks like most of us made it in just fine. I hit way too hard on the first one. Jeez. The problem is I have to restart the whole sim to uninstall the scenery, so... Make a scraper that scrapes the members, puts it in the nameplate. Yeah, it would have to match your gamer tag, though. That's the problem. All right, we'll see how the next airstrip works. Hopefully all of them won't be so drastically different in elevation. So we'll see how the next one works. Let's see if I can get up this hill here. What's my email? Kip on the ground, Gmail. All right, it's not wanting me to. Does not want me to go up that hill. Try to reverse a little bit in beta mode. Yeah, prop is full forward. High idle. I'm full right nose wheel steering right now too. Why am I turning to the right? What the heck? Is there like an invisible building here? I feel like there's like an invisible building. I can't turn. Let me turn this engine sound down. This is insanely loud. All right, there we go. It's still very, very loud. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm like stuck against an invisible building. Look at the way the plane's moving. What the heck? I think this might be a custom scenery issue. Now, let me try to back up a bunch more. This is very strange. Oh no. I don't know what's going on right now. All right, looks like we're slewing. Get back on the ground. What is going on? I think this is the custom scenery messing with it. Oh, you guys aren't having this problem, right? AYQM is the current airfield. I'll try to keep the VFR map up a little bit. Here, I'll just click it there. Didn't restart after the world update. I think it's an invisible building. See how I just stopped? Oh my god. This is why I don't download lots of custom scenery. It just, a lot of the time it's usually not worth the trouble. Yeah, I think it's gonna force me to restart the sim, which is very frustrating, but alright. Looks like we're gonna do that. Sorry, guys. What a pain. I'm tempted to just uninstall the custom scenery as well. Yeah, I don't want it I don't want it to look silly when we're going to every airport. I wanted to like I wanted to show some of the custom scenery these people have put on flightsim.to, because the buildings there looked really cool. All right, restarting the sim right now. Sorry, guys. We can wait. All right, thank you. Also have the world update. Everyone else looks properly on the ground. Okay. All right, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if they added something later where after you did a world update, it said like restart the sim. Time for a snack, a smoke, a drink, a sip of coffee. All right, there we go. Steve, Rizwan, and Philippe, thanks for the subs, guys. The forever loading state of Flight Sim. I really, really hope they drastically cut down on the loading times like they say they're going to for the 2024. It's going to be excellent. Can I pass any of the bush pilot tutorials? Like the bush trips? I don't think I've actually completed any of them myself. But yeah, I mean, I imagine I could if I put the effort in, sure. I don't really do a lot of the landing challenges either. I'm always just going straight into the world map myself. Why does 2024 need to be a whole new game? I think they're just changing a lot of the underlying foundation. The foundation of the code, probably. I don't know. Even if they just want more money again, I don't really care personally because I've been using this game for 3 years. More than 3 years now. Most games that I pay that like $60 for, I do not use as many hours as I put into the sim, so even if it was just for money, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, how often do you use a single game for like 3 and 4 years? I think it's pretty rare to use a single game for that long. But yeah, I realize simulators are different. Doc GA. All right, AYQM, that is correct. Real time, Kodiak, real weather. Okay, let's go back in, see how it goes. You'd rather pay a subscription than go through the migration process. I think most people absolutely hate subscriptions, so reach the limits of 2020. Yeah, I don't think it's anything like I don't think there's any kind of nefarious plan here to just do a money grab. They did say that one of their big goals is to make the client very light and stream more data and make so those kind of fundamental, those like the foundational changes to the app, I could see it requiring a whole new installation, like to separate it from the old 2020 software. They plan on updating 2020, but not forever. Yeah, it makes sense. They say it's going to be less heavy. Yeah, 2020 is giant. Like, I feel like you need like a 4 terabyte hard drive, at least a 2 terabyte hard drive, like just for Microsoft Flight Sim. And if you get into it, as you guys know, you just start installing more and more and more stuff. So yeah, it takes up so much space. It would be really nice if they give people an upgrade price. I think that would be warranted, especially for if they're going to do a deluxe and a premium edition again. I would prefer not to pay $120 again for the premium. So if that's possible, I would love that to be a thing. All right, let's get this started again. Parking brake is on. Let's get this to low idle, prop full forward. I'm just going to do the quick start. Got the flight plan in again. It looks like the elevation is better, right? Nope, it's not. Yeah, this is going to be the custom scenery issue then. But it's nice. You got all the little cones there, like the little runway markers on the side. Kind of neat. Well, I have my underground. It must be the custom scenery that I got from flightsim.to. I think that's the only explanation. I'd prefer not to as well. Yeah, I mean, I would pay whatever for it, like, as long as it's not, like, double the normal price. Alright, aux bus on, alternator on. Good, standby fuel pump, put that there. Beacon, nav, good. Flaps to take off. I'll just do 1 notch of flaps this time, see how it goes. High idle. Yeah, it looks like, oh, let me get that standby instrument off as well. What the heck? Save some frames per second there. Oh, it didn't actually start the engine. Good job, quick start. Oh, you want to fly in the tornadoes? Yeah, yeah. Dude, the tornadoes, the improved, like, season stuff. I'm curious what kind of capabilities the new career mode stuff gives. Or it's not like a career mode. I bet it's just going to be a mission pack, right? but all the physics and the new capabilities they showed in that, like with the rescue missions, helicopters like towing cargo on like a cable, you know, underneath the helicopter and transporting cargo, that kind of stuff. I wonder what kind of capability that's going to give to third-party devs. I don't think the quick start is just not working correctly. Yeah, it came from flightsim.to, yep. Generator failed. Well, the generator is off. ITT is at 1200. All right, note to self, never use the quick start button on the Kodiak. Okay, could you stop, please? I have the generator off. The whole plane's just dying. All right, good start, good start. Let's get all of this off and start over, I guess. Not that the master is going to change anything there. Quick start breaks the Kodiak. Wonderful. Oh, man. This is the kind of stuff that, like, they need to get solid for 2024. Especially if a plane is in the marketplace. You know, that's actually one of the reasons that I think the marketplace is a good place to purchase stuff, is because it goes through another review process. This plane is not from the marketplace, at least this version of it that I have. But if waiting for things to be on the marketplace means that somebody else is going to take a look at that thing before I install it, that sounds better to me. I don't want to deal with broken things. Like, I don't care if it takes another month for it to get in the marketplace. I want it to work when I get it. I don't want to have to deal with what's happening like right now. All right, let's introduce fuel again. And it's just going to get more and more complex if they introduce shared cockpit, for example. Like, they're going to have to test all of the planes that come into the sim way more than they do now to make sure things like shared cockpit work. Why is the ITT at 1200 again? Oh man. All right. Yeah, I think you are right that just using quick start just breaks the plane. So let's do this the right way. Sorry guys. This is like what, 20 minutes of downtime? Fail. Just being able to communicate in this sim with other players. That could open up a can of worms. I mean, you have like people that will, just like other games, like anytime you have voice communication, it gets a little sketchy. Can I get the more menu, please, Microsoft Flight Simulator? The more menu is just gone. Look, if I zoom in and out, maybe it'll appear. There's just no more menu to import the flight plan. Another weird Sim Update 14 bug. Can I please import my flight plan? Look, it just doesn't have it there. There now. Up there now. Suddenly we have the more menu. Yes. Okay. See, this is why we need Flight Sim 2024. All right, starting at parking. Let's try this again. Why would quick start cause issues? I think it's just because as planes get more complicated, like the default Asobo planes are generally basic, right? You can just like do things in any order to start them up. You could just like put prop and mixture and everything to full to high idle. You don't need to be very strict about how you start the plane and the process you follow to start the plane. But as soon as you start getting more complex planes that are a little more realistic, the quick start, if it's not programmed by the dev correctly, I would assume, or there are limitations to what they can program for their plane, like it's just not, it just doesn't work. So like you could try the quick start in a bunch of different planes and get a bunch of different results. Like it'll forget to use a certain switch that's unique to that plane. Like right here, like the firewall shut off. Like maybe it didn't move this down as part of the quick start, or maybe there's a limitation where they couldn't make it do that as part of the quick start. So all of a sudden the plane doesn't start correctly with quick start. But yeah, it should work correctly for everything, right? Like, that's the quality that we want. So hopefully, hopefully someday we'll get it in all the planes and have that consistency. That would be really nice. All right, fuel pump on, ignition on, low idle start. 3002 on our altimeter. Was that thunder? What was that? What the heck? What is that sound? But the ITT's at 1200 again. What am I destroying? It's just a hot start. That's the blown motor? I blew the engine. I haven't even introduced fuel yet, and it's at 1200 on the ITT. I don't even have the fuel in yet. Had to restart the sim earlier today. Oh no. All right, I am switching to the Grand Caravan because it works. I'm done with the Kodiak. It's wasting too much time. Go into low idle. Yeah, I just barely hit the starter. I wasn't even ready to introduce fuel yet, and it's at 1200 on the ITT, so something is very messed up. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go to the tried and true Grand Caravan. Let's pick a red livery. Yeah, I'm not gonna restart the sim again to fix it, so we'll just go with the Kodiak. All right. When you put the prop full forward, the ITT goes crazy. Isn't that part of the checklist, is prop full forward? It's been a bit since I've flown the Kodiak, but I'm pretty sure with turboprops in general, it's prop full forward, fuel pump, ignition, starter, wait for the ITT to rise a bit, or the NGs to rise to like 10, 15%, or 10 to 15, and then introduce fuel. That's generally how they work, so... Oh, you feather the prop in the Kodiak. Okay. Anyway, I'll just go, we'll just go with the Grand Caravan. I think the quick start works fine in this anyway. Oh, forward after... Oh, after fuel's introduced. Okay. I wonder why it started up fine the first time then. I guess I just got lucky. All right, starter on. Look, the quick start, even in the default Grand Caravan, doesn't work correctly. It didn't even turn on Avionics 1, so I can look at the engine information. So it's just so random. It's so inconsistent from plane to plane that kind of forces you to do a lot of stuff manually. At least it turned the fuel on this time. Maybe it's a location. Yeah, it's just so hot outside. Maybe just got lucky with the temperature at the first airport. Oil pressure. What? See, what is going on today? Oil PSI 0. I have started this plane like hundreds of times. What is happening? Oh, is the starter not on? I probably shouldn't have hit quick start at all. All right, let's take the fuel away again. Okay, yeah, quick start did not even turn on the starter. Jeez. All right, introducing fuel, so low idle now. Did I install Gremlins? Yeah, apparently. All right, NG50. Starter off, fuel boost normal. Standby, trip the generator. 2 is on already. All right, I think I'm back. Okay, that looks good. High idle. Can I move now? This is the second test. Will it let me move the plane up the hill without hitting an invisible building? Yes, we can do it. Oh my god, you guys are so patient. I'm sorry. That was horrible. Can we finally get moving? I believe we can. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for being so patient. What a pain. All right, let's go. Downhill takeoff. I'll watch you guys from below, and hopefully the next airport won't have as crazy of elevation differences with the scenery that I have installed. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Holy crap. Quick start breaks the Bonanza too. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was partially quick start and partially user error. So the next airstrip is actually right next to us, but I think it's so close. I don't know. Yeah, let's just land at everything. Why not? The whole point of today is to do all these challenging landings. So I guess I have some sort of Australian livery on. Droppler says, hello, my friends, even Kip. What's up, man? Yeah, quick start breaks the black square Bonanza. Active pause masterpiece. Oh, for these takeoffs? Yeah, I want to do that here and there, do the active pause thing. Yeah, there's another airstrip right in the next valley here to the right. So even though it's super close, I think it would be fun to just try to land at all these different strips. I still have my flaps. Oh no, I brought my flaps up. Okay. I'll need to get my flaps down again shortly. So there's one here to our east. I think I'm just gonna go down into this valley and turn to the right. Yeah, all the planes are in the air above me. Yeah, because of the custom scenery I installed. So that was also a mistake. I wanted it to look pretty. And instead, it looks ridiculous with everybody floating. Kodiak's like the Explorer's private jet. The Kodiak's great. I just I messed up the startup procedure. I need the beginner-friendly Caravan, I guess. Is that the strip right there? Oh, I don't know if that's it. That is so small. I think it's a little more inland. I don't think that's the strip. I'm going to get down into flap range already. Get the first notch of flaps out. Try to find this next location. It's still to the south. I think it's where Whitey's at. Josh is at it too. Yep. Oh, this looks like another uphill-ish one here. Yeah, looks like if we go this direction, I'm gonna get all my flaps out and add a bunch of power. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of little short hops like this. Look, there's another one to the north of us and then to the east of that. It's like landing practice day. These look like bigger than a lot of the other ones too, so. We'll see how the elevation looks at this one. Never again am I going to install custom scenery before a group flight like this. It was a bad idea. Oh, this is also looks like a pretty forgiving length for an airstrip. I think some of the ones coming up later are like half the length of this. All right, just gotta watch my speed there. I'm at 60, pushing a stall. Oh, we're all roughly at the same elevation this time. Nice. Yes, got the stall warning. Got reversers on. Don't even need the reversers for these uphill ones. Yes. My God, the Kodiaks. Look at all these people that know how to start up a Kodiak. Absolutely incredible. Nice. This one isn't bad. It's a pretty nice runway actually. I'm gonna watch some of you guys fly in. Oh yes, all the dirt getting kicked up. Oh my god, there's so many of us. Oh, Fredericks is here. What's up, Fredericks? This is easy mode right now, I think. We'll see how the one to the north is. Kevo says, everyone wants an EFB from Simworks Studios. Everyone loves failures, but you have to reload it every time. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You have no idea when it breaks. Yeah, I guess I just ran into that. I killed the engine and I don't want to restart the whole sim again. Cyber, what are you doing? Sometimes I mean, you guys are just messing with me sometimes. You're putting on a show for the camera. And that was the shortest hop ever. We're doing just little delivery runs here, I guess. All right, let's do another downhill takeoff, and then we're gonna cross to the other side. These are all really close together. There's one just across the valley from here. Maybe these are a little too close together. The landing practice stream. These downhill takeoffs are crazy. Downhill departure. All right, I'll give it a second so you guys can get up the hill. Can take some time to get uphill here, especially if you have invisible buildings in front of you. Look at so you can see the seats inside this one as it's half disappeared. These landings are going to be tough in the Kodiak. We do as the missionary bush pilot does before us. Next grass strip. The next one is... Yeah, sorry, these are all so close together. Next is AYWW, right across from us. There's a few really close together that I had scenery for, so I wanted to hop between them. So it's just as close. It's only 7 miles from here. On a heading of 012. It's almost straight north for this next one. So it's just right up here, AYWW. And then we have one down here in the valley, AYLA. And then we're going to go more towards the east. So these are all just clustered together, mainly because I grabbed the scenery packs for them. So I wanted to see them, see the custom scenery for these guys. Looks like this one just has a few buildings here. And these are definitely handcrafted. I'm guessing these are not stock. Christo, thanks for the sub. Looks like there's are there buildings up here? Yeah, there's like a little building up here in the top. And over here. There's a bunch of random ones. I don't know which ones are handcrafted and which ones aren't. All right, let's do another downhill takeoff. We're gonna do just a couple quick hops and then we'll have some more distance between us. All right, parking brake is off. Let's go. I can speak today. All right, AYWW is next. Let's see how this goes. I have my actual rudder pedals attached today, and I keep twisting my stick axis as though I don't have them installed, or as though I'm using the twist axis, which I'm not. I kind of got used to the twist axis a little bit. It's just kind of nice to not have yet another thing plugged in, but... All right, this one is at... AYWW is at 5,400 feet, 5,400 feet. So it's a little lower than our current elevation at this airport. All right, getting the flaps up. Someone's uncle's house. Yes, yes. Naturally. This one's called, the next one is called Oceania Airstrip, AYWW. So we have two more really short hops just to check these airstrips out, and then we're going to go to the east. We'll have a little more distance for the next one after that. It'll be about 10 miles between them instead of like 3. All right, so this one's at 5,400 feet. Just take a look at the map here. All right, is it in between these? It looks like it's up in between here somewhere. $5,400 feet. I'm at 6,000 feet right now. Is it down in here somewhere? No way. It's got to be... Yeah, it might be down in here. I'm going to have to circle for this one, I think. No way. Is that it? No, that's way too steep. That's definitely not it. It's on the, oh, it's on the other side of this mountain, that's why. Okay, so right over here, and then the runways at this one, let's see. Looks like 2.8 is the preferred runway. Oh, now I see your guys' name tags down here. All right, 2.8. So that's the opposite direction that we're facing. Oh man, here it is right here. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, right here. So we're gonna want to go to the left and go uphill for this one as well. Dude, look at that spot. Alright, so we'll go do our U-turn here. Thankfully this valley's all open here, so we can skirt our way around here, make a long left 270. Josh is at the top of the runway. All right, let's just watch our terrain here. This is insane. Like every single one of these is just a crazy approach. I mean, I guess that's why people fly here in the sim, is it's challenging. All right, let's turn around. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit with all the nameplates because we can see people on the ground already. Kind of have a nice little visual reference, a little nameplate beacon of where to land. All right, get the first notch of flaps out. I think it's right here. There it is, right there. All right, I'm just getting full flaps out in advance, get really slow, get my power set. Looks like we're gonna have to like skirt right along the outside here. This is a lot of just a good like practice for, you know, pitch for power, like when you're on final. You just use your power for your altitude and your pitch for your airspeed. You turn the nameplates off. All right, I see the runway. Oh my god, this is seems like a much shorter one, but it's all uphill, so that's pretty nice of them. Nice airport design. Some of these that aren't going to be uphill are going to be terrifying. A few of the ones I looked at last night were like very flat, and I was just running into the trees at the end of the runway every time. Got another elevation discrepancy here. Nice. Dude, yeah, that's so cool. I love these uphill ones. Oh my god, that's kind of terrifying though. Oh, reverse, reverse. Beta, beta. Oh my god. It's got this little turnaround section here at the top too. All right, nice. We got more cones here. So a lot of the sceneries, yeah, they just add these, they add a few buildings. This one's got a fence here on the side. They add in a bunch of these like cones to depict the runway edges and stuff like that. It's another Another elevation discrepancy here. What? Is that a horn? This one's got fences on both sides. the elevation difference is so weird. You guys have landed? Question mark? Oh man, what have I done? This is just silly. I think a few more I will redo it and delete the custom scenery because this is just silly. I want to watch you guys land for real, so we'll do a couple more and then I'll take a 5-minute break, whatever. Restart the sim and get rid of the custom scenery. It's nice to have, but I would rather see you guys touch down accurately. Okay, let's see where the next one is. Just to the south of us. We're like zigzagging across this valley. After this one, we're going to go further to the east. This one is only 4 miles from here, so we just get a bunch of rapid fire landing practice in. So once we take off, we're on a 136 course to the next one. And let me take a look at the runways. Another 28 runway. 10 and 28. So it looks like maybe 10 might be our preference, so let's set this to 10. All right, 10. Maybe I'll just restart it at the next field. All right, another scary downhill. Let's do this. I'm just gonna get to the edge here first before I start going down. Oh my god, why is this terrifying? Because it's potentially deadly. That's why it's terrifying. Oh my god, no way. Those trees are so close. Active pause time. Yes. Oh my god. Go, go, go. Oh my god. The glare is messing with my photography. Yeah, these hops are like a little too close right now. We're gonna get a lot of landings in today though. All right, we're making a right turn to the southeast. This one is also very close to us. And it looks like it's lower, so the elevation of the next one is 4,100 feet. 4,100. So we need to get over this peak to the south. And then from there, we're gonna turn to the east to line up with runway 10. Yeah, the landing practice is fun though, yeah. We've had a lot of long legs before, so this is a nice change of pace, just rapid fire takeoffs and landings. All right, so we're gonna turn all the way around, go over the mountain behind us to the south. And then once you get over this peak here, we're gonna wanna go down and then to take a left turn towards the east to get down to the elevation for the next airport, which is about 4,100 feet. Or the next strip, I should say. Yeah, I'm gonna have to binge a bunch of missionary bush pilot videos after this because I watched one recently, but it's been a while. I probably have like 20 videos to catch up on. I think he actually offers a bunch of like charts and everything for the places he flies in real life for the simulator. I never got into any of that stuff, but maybe I should. This is pretty awesome. All right, yeah, we're gonna need to get down into this valley here. It's kind of in this area down here, I believe. 4,100 feet, runway 10. Seems to be the preferred runway. It's like down in here. Oh, there it is right there. I see it. Right there. Already see it. All right, I'm pitching the nose up hard, going idle, and then getting our flaps down to bleed off this speed and get a good angle down of descent down there. So if you guys see where React is going, he's leading the pack. Yeah, it's right along the river down here. I'm gonna go ahead and slip as well. If you guys have never done a slip, it's kind of a safe-ish way to lose a lot of altitude. So you just put in full rudder in one direction. So I'm doing left rudder, and then you counteract it by rolling to the opposite direction. And that'll put enough drag on the plane that your airspeed doesn't increase very much. Because you're crabbing it intentionally into the wind like this to get a lot of drag. But your vertical speed goes crazy, so you can lose a lot of altitude by slipping. All right, let me turn the names off. So yeah, if you need to lose altitude, that's the way to do it. So you can do left or right rudder, and then the opposite roll to counteract it. You can just lose a ton of altitude. But then once you pull out of it, like, you're gonna wanna get that vertical speed under control. It's a pretty fun maneuver. When you're bad at landing like me, or you're too high a lot of the time, I end up slipping a lot in the sim to get down fast enough. Ooh, that was a little rough. Our airspeed was low, but I felt like my vertical speed was way too high. Nice, looks like the elevation's good at this one. We got buildings to stop us if we need them. That's what I did last night. I needed the buildings to, like, stop me. WIT EY is in. Oh, dude, what a cool approach. This one is awesome. And the elevation is accurate, so it just looks good. Luke is in. Beaver's in. Dude, look at all you guys just coming down the valley. This is rad. Veerman, Ant, Enon, Chris, Mock. Cyber is in the trees, kind of. Sierra on the way in. Heapster is doing some aerobatics. John C coming in. Oh my god, dude, there's so many people that I can't even say all the names. You guys, we just have, like, such a big group nowadays. Papua New Guinea takeover. Oh no, damage your landing gear? Wait, what are you in, Hunter? When you crash, how do you reset the plane? If you're on PC, press Y like Yankee to enter slew mode, and then hit Y again. So yeah, if you get tipped upside down or something, you can do that. Just hit Y twice to enter and then exit slew mode. Veerman's coming in, bringing up the tail end. Grand Caravan. Nice. That looks pretty soft. That was a better touchdown than mine. Hey, well, this airport elevation is working out just fine. This one doesn't look silly. Okay, let's see here. Looks like we're gonna, of course, turn around to exit into the valley. And then our next one is here to the east, 10 miles to AYHN. This is Habina Airstrip. 6,000 feet elevation for this strip right here. And look up the runways again. It is mostly VFR, a few clouds at 8,000, so we don't have to worry about the weather just yet. That will be about 2,000 feet above us will be the clouds, so we got some good separation from the clouds. Okay, AYHN to the east, but we're gonna have to turn around, fly up this valley, and then get up over the mountains again. It's just all rapid fire. I'm not used to this pace. I'm used to like 100 miles between airports, you know? not on Navigraph. Yeah, not really surprised. These like really tiny airstrips. Oh my god, the braking is crazy too. Like the amount of braking you need is intense just to stay on the hill. All right, full forward parking brake is off. Let me check my flaps again. Their flaps set to takeoff position. All right, let's do it again. All right, we got a little more time between these two. This is 10 miles away for the next one. So take off into the valley, if possible. Oh my god, it's so pretty here too. Dude, just the variety in the trees, like all these like custom trees. I don't know if these were inserted as the world update or it's a Rex AccuSeason thing, but the trees look great here. Reverse thrust is essential, Yinan says. Trimming the trees, yep. All day trimming the trees. Barely landing at these strips. I think they're just gonna get more and more difficult. We'll see how it goes. Luckily with these, with the Kodiak and the Grand Caravan, like we can just climb at such a crazy angle. I don't know what the VX is in this. I think it might be like 80 or something like that. Is this our VY right here? Yeah, 95 is our VY, so I bet our VX is like 85 or 80 even potentially. Should probably look it up. Okay, to the east. Flaps coming up. We gotta get over these mountains a little bit. Pull my throttle out, my power out a little bit. Oh man, this is intense. This is like a lot of work really fast. Totally realistic pace that we're landing. Definitely putting the turboprops through their paces here. All right, Habina Airstrip, AYHN coming up. Only in about 8 miles. Let's see if we can get over this, get over these mountains here. Zoom in a little bit. Man, relative terrain map for the win. Super useful. Hey, Worf, what's up? Okay, let us see if we can get over this. I must feel like it's better in general to just go around the outside, like get over the mountaintop and just follow it, because these are all going to be, you know, in these little valleys and stuff at the end of these little valleys or along rivers, stuff like that. So as long as we just hop over the mountain here, we can start descending onto the other side already. The next airport's at 6,000 feet elevation, and these peaks here look like they're about 8,000. So I'm just gonna get over these. I'm good, you. His caps lock is on. He's very excited. Don't let the excitement for simming die, you know? Let's keep it going. All caps, all day. Isn't there a National Caps Lock Day? I believe there is a holiday called the National Caps Lock Day. I mean, every day is some holiday. On the internet or in reality. A hunter says, I clipped the trees, damaged my landing gear. Oh, the double ender. Yeah, the double ender would be great. Can you play Roblox? I guess that's up to your parents, you know? You should definitely ask them. But yeah, I mean, Roblox is great. Go for it. I hear it's a hit with people ages 10 to 15 and also ages 41 to 46. Actually, no joke. I think Fortnite is really fun, even though it's like a children's game. People perceive it as a children's game. Fortnite, lots of fun. No, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, you can play Roblox. Who's gonna stop you? Not me. Whatever you enjoy doing, whatever makes your day great, you should play that. Which game? Planes or cars? Well, obviously we're biased here, so definitely spaceships, 100%. Okay, so it looks like it's in this section past this hill roughly over here. We're gonna make like a right-hand turn around, and then the runway is, there's a 3.5 and a 1.7 it looks like. Let's find this airstrip. Wait a minute, somebody named Beaver is in the Kodiak? Mutiny. Alright, elevation is about 6,000 feet for the field. Oh, I think I see it right there. Is that it? Is that it right there? Sometimes everything looks like an airport. It's to the right a little bit more. Might be even over here somewhere. A little more to my right. Let me get that first notch of flaps out. Is that it right here? Oh, it's so hard to tell. Oh, I see you guys touching down there. Yeah, right there. I don't see any buildings yet, though. All right, get all my flaps out. Get a lot of power in to compensate. So much pitch trim. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Right where all you guys are. I don't see any buildings yet, though. There's a couple buildings over here. All jets landing. Negative, no. We're flying turboprops, like better for this kind of flying. No jets today. I'm actually surprised nobody is in a 737, 747, 787 Airbus, you know. See, we're all taking it too seriously. We don't have anybody crazy enough to jump in an Airbus right now. Sometimes we'll get the Halo Pelican though. All right, this airstrip's a little forgiving too. There are a couple up ahead that are crazy though that I did last night. So I kind of cheated a little bit. I got a little preview of a couple of these. This one seems like a very forgiving runway. We love to see it. Plane almost crashed into you. Yeah, luckily you can't hit each other in the sim, or there would be way too many trolls in this game just crashing into people. All right, here comes stall. Love to hear the stall horn on final. No Pelican today because Bobo's not here yet. Oh, this is another really nice strip. Yeah, I think it seems like I didn't intend it to be this way, but it seems like we got some of the easy ones first, because the ones coming up later are definitely more difficult than this. Stall warning at touchdown is the chef's kiss. Yep. You love to hear it. Flying again? Oh yeah, we're gonna fly for like another hour. We got a bunch of different airstrips we're flying to here in Papua New Guinea. Look how good everyone looks. I guess this Bonanza's doing really well out here. Kind of surprising. I don't know how good the different planes are at grass strips. And even the DA-62. Oh my god, yes, someone's in the Grumman Goose? Who is that? The Goose is great. Manolin? Manolin and the Goose. Nice, we got a Kit Fox out here. John is somehow invisible. He's got the hacks on. The invisibility hacks have been installed. Dude, this place is so, this is just like wallpaper central. I could just take screenshots here all day. Look at this. Look at all of us. Guys, we've done a good job recruiting people for these group flights. It feels good. Feels good to have so many people here. Oh my god, the mountain. Hey, thanks for the 5 gifted. Thanks, the mountain. But did Endgame say there's a challenge here? What's happening? Endgame, what did Josh say? Oh, no Pelican today. Challenge accepted. Are you switching over to a Pelican? W, big W from the mountain. Enjoy your funny emotes there. Johnny rejoined. Thanks, Johnny. Member for a month. Couch Captains. Thanks, dude. And Johnny's upgraded to the blue mustachioed headrest. These badges are so silly. Like, if nobody knows the history of these, like I started with like Couch Captains was our virtual airline for a bit in On Air Company. You know, like armchair captain, couch captain, that makes sense. But then for all the badges, it started out as different chair types. Like you start out as an uncomfortable wooden stool. So that's what the first level is that, and they all have mustaches and googly eyes. But they were hard to see on YouTube as the little tiny icons. So now it's just a headrest of different chairs. So that's what they are if you're curious. It's very strange, but I think they're adorable. Thanks for rejoining, Johnny. All right, guys, let's go to the next one. Let me take a look at the next airport info, the next airstrip info. Again, to the east. Looks like this one's going to be along a river. Yeah, right along the river here to the northeast. AYYR. This is Yasuro Airport, 11 miles away. Preferred runway is 19. So 19 would be coming towards us. So I guess for our direction of travel, we would... actually, wait, is that correct? Yasuru. Kevo 5 gifted. Thanks, Kevo. Guys, you're going crazy. Slow down. Too many kazoos. Thanks, Kevo. 5 gifted from Kevo. 5 gifted from the mountain, and Johnny re-upped for another month to grow his mustache even further. Is the Roblox pilot still here? I don't know. Hopefully they join us. All right, let me take a look at the let me take a look at the airport information here. So Yasuro is, wait, are we at AYYR? Okay, we're going to AYYR next. Yasuru Airport. Elevation is only 1,500 feet. Okay, we're currently at 6,000 feet. So once we get over this terrain to the east, we're gonna have to drop down drastically down to about 2,000 feet to get it in sight and then land at 1,500 feet. It says the preferred runway is 19. But I think for us, it's going to be 01 for our direction of travel. The preferred runway is just based on the winds. So we're going to have to fly and see what direction makes sense to land since so many of these are uphill. So I'm going to put in 01. All right, cool. So let's take off. We're going to go, if you guys see where Partis Animas is, does that mean like party animals? Where they are going, we're going to want to go that direction and then make a turn to the right, to the east, to get over these mountains. So climb away. Parking brake is off. Looks like my pitch trim was set still. Or no, I had full flap set, so we took off in like 3 feet. Go, go, go! All right, we're gonna get over this terrain right here to the right. And then this one's not too far away. It's only about 11 miles from us, so we'll be there in like 5 minutes. But as soon as we get over this terrain here to the right, we're gonna wanna dive down into the valley. We have to lose about, let's see, once we get over this peak's at like 8,000 feet. We're gonna have to lose like 7,000 feet, 6,000, 6,500 feet of altitude to get down to this next strip. Dude, Kevo, thanks again, dude. And the mountain. Thanks, mountain. Enjoy your mustachioed, googly-eyed badges. Alright, looks like we can make this climb. Grand Caravan power. Gotta get my flaps up. Dodging the trees. And then you can see on the map here, it's way down in this valley along this river right here. And it's gonna be a north-south facing runway, so we'll kind of want to get sight of the strip and see exactly what the best approach is from the north or the south.
500.
This is where in the Kodiak you turn off the TAWs. As Missionary Bush Pilot does all the time. He's like, I'm gonna turn that off because it's gonna be yelling at me all day long. Alright, pulling my power out already because we're gonna have to descend way down into this valley. It looks like it's along a river here that goes east to west, but the runways are oriented north to south, perpendicular to the river when we find it. And the river's a little bit to the north. See if we can get eyes on the river down here somewhere. And double ender does sound really fun for this kind of flying. I don't know if I saw anybody in the double ender. Oh, right in front of me. New York 701 flyer right in front of us is in the double ender. All right, zoom in my map here. My dad said, I can't get games. My PC is not new. It was new last year. Bummer. Well, if you have Microsoft Game Pass, then Microsoft Flight Simulator is part of that. I know you're probably just trolling us all, which is fine too. It's all in good fun, but if you actually want to play the flight sim, Game Pass is a really good way to do it. If I was a parent, I would get my kid Game Pass. You know, unless you're restricting how many games they can play. But man, Game Pass is such a good deal. Or like if my kid had a PlayStation, I would totally get them PlayStation Plus. You just pay for one subscription and they get like so many games. Long gone are the days of begging your parents for just one game. Carrizo says, color nameplates. Yeah, it's in the video description. If you're on PC, you can download it. And you can customize it, so you can have it highlight plane types that you like. You can have it highlight your friends if you put in their gamer tags. Takes a little configuration, but yeah, it looks really good. You can customize the colors. If you need help with it, just hit me up on the Discord after the stream, and I'm glad to help you out. Okay, there's the river, but it's actually upriver over this direction, so that's further east on the river. It's more towards the west over here where Veerman's going. React says, yeah, I only really play Flight Sim, don't have a need for Game Pass. Yeah, same here. Yeah, a lot of the games I play them for a long time, and but if you're somebody that plays a lot of different games, you know, I love the era of, like, subscriptions in general are annoying, but I think it makes a lot of sense for like PlayStation and Game Pass. If you play a lot of different games, it's so awesome. Okay, it's gonna be right in this valley here. It looks like Sierra might be down there already.
500.
Oh yeah, I see the strip right there. All right, I'm gonna go fly like a left traffic pattern around it, so I don't chop and. Oh, can I chop and drop? All right, let's try to chop and drop. We're slipping with full flaps. This is a horrible idea. I think this is gonna end up being a go around. Yeah, no, it's already bad. It's already bad. I'm gonna do left traffic for this and turn around for this one. Look at me being a totally realistic simmer right now. I just want to chop and drop and plop down. I'm gonna restrain myself and make a few left turns here to line up with it. I'm gonna pull one notch of flaps out now. Get a good visual of New York Flyer and Josh, who are already down there. This airport elevation is 1,500 feet. And let's update the altimeter. 2993 it looks like. Just do a standard left traffic pattern here. Yeah, definitely want to be facing the other direction with this terrain. Oh, Enon's got it. Look at this. Enon's coming in from the east like a professional. All right, I got one notch of flaps out. Pitching the nose up to slow down. Add a little power to compensate. Get the rest of our flaps out. Hide the names temporarily so I can see where I'm going. And with these, it feels like you just have to like almost touch your wheels on the trees on the approach, like almost every time. Slipping as usual. Lose a little bit of this altitude. I'm at idle and slipping so much here today. All right, now straighten out, get the slip out, add a little power. Power for altitude. Yeah, how does he do this in real life? I have no idea. Balls of steel. Absolutely insane the amount of skill that guy has. That was a little long landing, but I'm okay with it. We got a nice little uphill here to slow us down. Which guy? There's a YouTuber called Missionary Bush Pilot who flies a Kodiak in Papua New Guinea, like full time, and posts a ton of videos, and it's insane. The approaches, like he flies to all these airstrips. Jeff is down. Grand Caravan. All these strips just look so cool, just so scenic. We're just in the middle of nowhere, landing these little tiny strips. It's gonna get worse, don't worry. I feel like these are still the easy ones. 2 airstrips from now I know is pretty difficult. It's like right in this huge, like in this valley with like cliffs on both sides. Look at all these great landings. We are professionals. Oh, Ryan, that's his real name. Yeah, what's up, Deuce? You up to the challenge? Well, what did you do, Chris? Oh, Soul says, I thought I saw a van down by that river. There's a little truck here. Wait, there is a van here. What the heck? There's literally a van here. Just the altitude difference the altitude difference here is insane. A lot of them, like looking at the safe altitude recommendations between the airports, it goes from 3,000 to 12,000 for the ones coming up. The next one is 6,500 roughly for the safe altitude. The next airport is at 4,600 feet. All right, so this one, we get a little bit of a break here. We are going to the east again, to AYNZ. New Zealand, AYNZ. This one's called Nadzab, or Nadzab maybe? This one is 33 miles away, so we're not gonna go direct. We're gonna follow the Sweet River here to the right until we get closer. So we'll follow that river across, and then this one's got east-west facing runways. So once we depart from the river to the north a little, we'll just come in from the east, or from the west facing east onto that runway. This one is at an elevation of 227 feet. So we've gone from like 6,000, 7,000 feet down to almost 0 feet. All right, 33 nautical miles for the next one, pretty much directly east. And the code again is AYNZ. So I'm gonna get some river action in today. We thought we were done with following rivers after the USA tour. We were wrong. What rough approaches? I used to fly up there in the early 90s. In where? In Papua New Guinea? I'm not sure if you're talking about Papua New Guinea or you guys are chatting about another area. Oh, looks like you can refill here. There's a fuel pump right here. All right, let's go ahead and give a little more fuel. There we go. All right, flaps to takeoff position. Oh my God, this takeoff is gonna be awesome. We're just departing straight down into this, towards this river. I love the Grumman Goose. Oh, Rough Approach says he used to fly in Papua New Guinea in the early 90s with no GPS, with paper maps. Oh my God. Are you secretly missionary bush pilot? You're still flying today, but you won't let the secret out? That's incredible, dude. It sounds absolutely terrifying. I'm too scared to step in a little Cessna in real life, so this is scary for me. In this simulator. That's amazing, man. David says, how do I get everyone's plane to show correctly? I realized this group flight was on. I would have joined. Currently not in the sim. So David, there's a known annoying thing with Flight Simulator, which is basically if you do not own the plane, you will not see the plane if you don't have the plane installed. So if you don't have a Kodiak, it'll try... It doesn't do a good job of matching them, but it should show you like a Grand Caravan instead. But a lot of the time it just shows you a Bonanza, which is annoying. Another thing you can do is that by default, it will try to limit how many unique planes it loads into the sim for performance reasons. So what you can do is hit escape. I'll do this real quick. Go to general options and then go to traffic. And if you want to make sure that multiplayer generic models is turned off and make sure traffic variety is set to ultra, that'll give you the best shot at it loading all the individual planes. But yeah, generally, if you don't own it, it's going to show up as a different plane and usually the wrong plane. And everybody hates it. So, but I can understand the reason why it's done is for performance reasons. So if you can imagine that there are 500 possible planes somebody could be flying or more, then, you know, imagine your sim software loading 500 models of planes. So I understand why they don't do it, but it would be nice in the future to have an option to allow it to show as much as possible. But for now, that's how you do it. You just change those settings and hope that it loads something reasonably close to what people are flying. Yeah, it would be great if they have like a really light version of every plane model that exists. I mean, I think the complexity is that on PC, we aren't limited to the marketplace. So if it doesn't exist in the marketplace, you probably don't have the model installed anyway, unless it like streams it somehow. I don't know how that would work. It sounds kind of complicated, but yeah. I think we all wish for a day where we kind of see the plane that everybody is flying would be really nice. All right, we're making our way to this river here. I think this river is called... Is there a name for this river? I'm looking on a world map and I don't see a name for it. It's called the... I think it's the Morecambe or Markham River. And we're flying to the east to an airstrip called Nadzab or Nadzab. But for now, we're just going to follow this river to the east. We got about, I think it's about 25 miles. 26 nautical miles to the next airport, AYNZ. So we get a little breather here for once. Alpaca, thanks for the sub. Yeah, hopefully the geniuses at Microsoft and Asobo come up with some sort of solution so people can see each other's planes. Like maybe it could at least do something where it prioritizes people on your friends list. So it'll, you know, when you're flying with people on your friends list, it'll load in a low detailed model of whatever they're flying, just so you can see them if you don't own the plane. That would be nice. Maybe it's all part of their grand scheme to get you to buy more planes, you know? There's always a conspiracy, you know? I'm sure it's just for money. I'm gonna turn backwards and active pause just to group up with you guys here. I love that Beaver is flying a Kodiak. Very off-brand. Can't believe how many people are here today. Yeah, everybody's been turning up, and we've had great groups. It's been super fun. Thanks all you guys for joining on a weekend. You know, you could be clipping your toenails. You could be watching sports ball. You could be leaving the house. There's so many possibilities. But, you know, maybe you guys are hermits like me. You'd rather be flying a simulator indoors with a cold coffee or a cold beverage of types on a weekend. Chilling. Flying virtually in Papua New Guinea. Pretty cool. But, yeah, thanks for flying along as usual, guys. I'm doing all those things and this. That's pretty incredible. You're outdoors clipping your toenails, flying an airplane virtually in Papua New Guinea. Respect. This is some good variety, like Big Sierra 5 gifted sub. Dude, how have you gifted like 35 subs to the channel? Or 35 memberships? Thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate it, man. Autopilot is great. Yeah, dude, I'm a huge fan of Autopilot. This is probably some of the, like, these last month or so is the most hand flying I've done in a long time. But it's been really fun. CCJD says, Happy New Year. How you doing? Dude, I'm doing great. I'm having a fun time flying along as usual. Lots of exciting things happening in the flight sim world with 2024 coming out this year. We got 2 different AI ATC products coming out, one of which I've been testing recently on stream. Yeah, man, exciting stuff happening. Dave says, I'm just lurking while I have a longitude flying an on-air mission. Nice. That's awesome. Speaking of on-air, Turk right here, Turk number 4 is a real-life friend of mine. Turk has been getting into flight sim. He's got the itch. He's relatively new, but the dude is flying on-air company missions using Navigraph like already, so he's got the itch. He's new to flight simming and flying along with us today. So much fun, man. There's so much you can do in on-air company. I'm a big fan. Hangar Studio says, gotta go. Get ready for another stream tonight. Awesome, man. Great flying with you. Yeah, dude. Are you streaming on your YouTube channel, Hangar? Feel free to post a link if you already have it, or post it on the Discord and let us know when you're going live. Let me know how the Navion B is doing. Yeah, I flew it a bit yesterday. I think I like the single engine better than the twin just because of my personal preferences, you know? But yeah, I flew it around a bit. It's a gorgeous plane. I'll probably be flying it on like Tuesday or Thursday when I do the Say Intentions ATC again. But yeah, I picked them up the other day and I've been learning them a little bit. I love the detail of, like, it's interesting how you have like a bunch of things you can do, like walk around basically. I don't think it has failures or wear and tear, right? But yeah, it's a beautiful plane. I had a fun time flying it. It's insane how fast it takes off. You're working on a livery for Sim Fanatic for his VA. Oh, okay, got it. Victor says, do I think 2024 and 2020 will be compatible? I don't think they've said anything about the multiplayer servers, like it being shared between the two sims. But they did say that all of the purchases that you've made and all the planes that you have for in 2020 will work with 2024. So our hangars are going to look good. We'll still be able to use all the planes we own from one sim to the next. But I don't believe they've said anything about the multiplayer compatibility. I mean, it's been over 3 years. It'll be 4 years roughly by the time 2024 comes out. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect to buy a game every 4 years to upgrade it. I hope that they put enough in it where it's a no-brainer for people to upgrade. I'm definitely going to upgrade. I think a lot of people probably will. But yeah, all the purchases and the marketplace stuff will all be compatible, so you're not going to lose your planes, which is the best news. Wit says, is there a hotkey to turn name tags off? Yeah, you can set it. It's called toggle nameplates if you go into your controls. So I have one set, so you can see me toggling it on and off right now. But yeah, there is a control for that you can set in your hotkeys. Just go search for it and you'll find it. Look for nameplates. That's how flight sim has always been. Yeah, I mean, even X-Plane did it recently, right? Like we've had X-Plane 11 for a while. Suddenly there's an X-Plane 12, which is like it's like a glorified update, just like 2024 will be. It's not an entirely new next-gen sim, but it's going to be a significant upgrade. Enough so that they thought it warranted calling it 2024. And yeah, we'll all see if it's worth it. We'll be the judge of whether it was a big enough upgrade to warrant paying for it again. I hope it is. I hope it's successful, and I hope we get a ton of new things in it. Which plane is it? I'm just flying the Grand Caravan. 208 Grand Caravan, my tried and true, because I messed up starting the Kodiak on the second flight, so I switched over to the Caravan. A little more noob-friendly, I guess. Super says, it's worth it if they figure out the updater. I know, yeah. Well, supposedly one of their big goals is a light client, so it doesn't take as much space on your computer, on your local storage. Oh, speaking of planes, we should go and land at this airstrip here. I think north-south is going to be our best bet. So for this one, AYNZ. Oh no, it's east to west. It's east to west. Let's go runway 09. So I'm going to go to the north now. We want runway 09 for this airport. It says 27 is preferred for the winds, but the winds are only at 4 knots. So runway 09 should be good. I'm going to move this around to 090 as a rough runway heading indicator right here. All right, 09. Getting so distracted chatting with you guys, I forgot we're flying airplanes. They mentioned flight sim stuff too. Do you mean like flightsim.to? Oh, all the purchases will come over. Yeah, I think like all the add-ons are generally safe. Let's see, our runway here is, let me take a look. Oh, this is a huge runway. It's a hard surface runway, 8,000 feet long. I think I can just see it right here. Looks like the field is right here. So we got a big comfy airstrip. We'll take a 5-minute break or so at this airstrip so people can use the restroom, refuel their tanks, grab a beverage, all that kind of stuff. We'll take a little break. React says I'm buying the black square Cessna 208. Dude, I love the black square version. It's awesome. Unlike the stock Caravan, like the one I'm in right now, you gotta pay attention to your torque and not overstress it. So you just want to make sure your power is set appropriately. It'll start yelling at you and damage the engine if you don't. But why am I not flying it right now? All right, I'll change to it. I just I really like the G1000 relative terrain map, but I can do that with the GTN 750 or the 530. So I'll switch over for this one. All right, let's see the runway right in front of us here. This is a giant runway, 8,000 feet long. Runway 09, or you can do 27 if you prefer. The code for this one is AYNZ, Alpha Yankee November Zulu. AY New Zealand. I New Zealand. We'll take a 5-minute break here, so if you guys want to join, hop on USA East server. We got a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more airstrips to land at today. So we'll be flying another hour or so, maybe a little longer. Hard strip, yep. I'm going very fast for some reason. I'm going to inappropriately put my flaps out at much too high of an airspeed. Yeah, we'll take a 5-minute break here. If you're already here, you can start your break, go use the restroom, grab a coffee, a tea, a water, an energy drink, beer, a cold glass of sparkling cider, you know, whatever you do, go do that, and then we'll continue from here once people are all set. Give it about 5 minutes. Oh, Kevo says the 750 might not have all the strips. Yeah, I'm on the G1000 right now, so it is doing just fine. A long landing is actually, it turns out to be a good idea here for the exit on the left side right here, in the middle of the runway. This is going to be our easiest landing of the day, potentially. The PSM 50. Oh yeah, the TDS. Yeah, I don't recommend the TDS because it doesn't use the database from Flight Sim. It has its own database, and you can't even update it without like buying. I think you have to buy the actual Garmin database update for like hundreds of dollars potentially. Like, just get the PMS 50. I don't understand actually why people use the TDI. It seems very inconvenient. I think they just want it to be as realistic as possible, but the PMS 50 is great. They look so similar to me whenever I see someone using the TDI. The TDS is more realistic, but it's not if you can't even update the nav data, right? I mean, I'd rather update the nav data than have a slightly more realistic UI or something. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. In the sim, like having all the correct waypoints and approaches and everything updated seems way more important than it having like maybe a button or two difference, or, you know, yeah. To me, the database is more important. Also cheaper up front. I mean, you could just get the free version of the PMS, but yeah. I'm sure there are pros and cons, but to me, the database is very important. All right, guys, we're going to take like a 5-minute break here. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and continue. We got like 5 more strips ahead of us, so let me get my AFK message. Let's move this up here. There we go. Yeah, Nicholas says the TDS is basically in-game integration of the Garmin trainer. Database gets updated. Oh, it gets updated twice a year. That's not too bad. I thought that it never got updated actually, so that's better if it gets free. Wait, does it get free updates twice a year, or do you have to pay for it? Kevo says TDS runs much better, more satisfying to use. Okay. All right, fair. I've just had a really good experience with the PMS version. Uses the Garmin trainer. It's free, only updates twice a year. In a way, it bypasses without having to have Navigraph subscription. Bayo says, is there a way to update the nav database using 4Flight? I don't believe... You mean update the Microsoft Flight Sim database with 4Flight data? I don't think so. In general, like, the only way I know to update the in-sim database is through Navigraph. All right, guys, I'm gonna go grab a drink and use the restroom. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and then we'll continue on. Our next airport Let me actually just put it down here because people are going to ask. The dog is going crazy right on cue. Next airport is Bawan, is BWJ right here. So I'll leave that in the corner so you can see it while we take a short break. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Go take a restroom break, grab your beverages. Be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. See if you guys are back. We'll see if there's any movement. I only know when people are back when I see movement on the ground. Look at this. All these planes stopped perfectly. That means people are taking a break. It's excellent. Taking a breather. All right, let me take a look at the map. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to switch over to the analog Caravan. All right, let me switch over to the analog Caravan. It is such a good plane. I think that was the first black square plane I got, and I love that thing. Oh yeah, Hangar Studio says in his planes he has both the PMS and TDS. I noticed that. The TDS bezel looks nicer, actually, but I don't have it. I've never used the TDS one. Analog Caravan here. I don't think I have any good liveries for it. Alright, these are the remaining strips. So we got one to the north. I know these three are pretty challenging, especially I think this one and this one. And then we'll make our way at the end over here to a larger airport to finish it off. There might be some cool terrain to follow along on the way there too. Okay, analog Grand Caravan, ramp GA small, real time, real weather. The airport where we are, David, is AYNZ, so that's Alpha Yankee November Zulu. I'll type it in the chat for you. And we're on the USA East server for the multiplayer server. Do I notice a difference in the flight models? No, I don't. The only differences I really notice with like actually flying the thing is just, you know, this has failures and it has engine damage, so you have to be more, you have to be easier on the throttle with this thing to not put too much power and like get it into the red on the torque, especially during takeoff. So if you exceed this like 2000 marker here, you'll damage the engine. So pretty much want it. I actually don't know the difference between the torque limit here and here. I think one might be like takeoff and one might be max continuous, but yeah, in general, I try to leave it in this area here around like the 1800-ish mark. 16, 17, 18, yeah, like 1850 around there. But yeah, if you get this outside of that green band ahead of it, it'll damage the engine quickly. All right, let me get this started. So fuel selectors are on. There is no firewall, like in the Kodiak. Beacon and nav light on. Get the other lights off. Fuel boost on, starter on, and avionics 1 on. I didn't turn the battery on. Brilliant. Alright, watch the NGs rise, and then we prop full forward, and then we introduce fuel, low idle. There we go. This is the hot start limit right here. It's pretty hot. Okay, when this gets into the green band, we turn off the ignition, we turn off the starter, and change the fuel pump back to normal. There we go. Alright, fuel boost normal, starter off, avionics 2 on. And then we'll go over to the alternator, standby alternator power on. We'll trip the generator and make sure that goes up. Make sure the battery is charging. Oh no, sorry, the battery's using. Then we go ahead and reset this, generator takes over, and now the battery should be charging, which it is. Just change this back to generator. That's all good to go. We'll get our flaps down to takeoff position. Props full forward. Bleed air and all that I'm going to leave alone. I'm just not going to mess with inertial separator. And looks like, yeah, I have the GTN 750. This is the PMS version. All right, so Bravo Whiskey Juliet is our destination, our next airport. I'll go ahead and look up the elevation information for that one over on little nav map. 4,600 foot elevation, soft runway. Oh, here we go. This one is a grass strip that's only 750 feet long. This is, we're in the end game now, and I'm not talking about Josh. I'm talking about the end game of today. All right, looks like it's hot in the cabin. Let's get the air conditioning going. Oh, I have temperature hot here. AC fans. Left and right. Cool. All right, we'll get that temperature down in here. All right, let me see how you guys are moving around. See if anybody's moving around. Oh my God, everybody's moving. All right, you guys are beating me to it. All right, strobe, landing, taxi. Let's get going. Oh, standby electric power on. Oh, that should be off? Oh yeah, I guess that should be off. All right, I'm gonna put it in beta to reverse myself here. $750 feet, DC3 tears ensue. Sorry, man. You knew this was coming. Maybe. All right, this is like a 4,000 foot runway, so I'm just gonna hop into the middle of the field here and take off right in the middle of the runway. We don't need full length for this thing. We do it live. Chris says I accepted my fate by switching from the Kodiak. I mean, you've been flying the DC3 so long. I'd be surprised if you couldn't land it. You can land it in everything. Nice, David's here with us. Oh, Cessna 207, nice. Are we actually at the end of the runway here already? I think we are, right? Yeah, this looks like at the end of the runway. Whatever, I'll just take off whatever's convenient, and we'll turn to the east. Our course here is to the northeast. So we got roughly 037, 040, call it, on our course. And we will make sure to not over-torque the analog Grand Caravan. Strobe, taxi, and landing lights are on. Looks like the cabin heat went down. No more red light. Nice and cool in here. What's up, Josh? Hey, hey. No smoking sign off too. Yes. All right, let's do it. I'm going to keep my eye on the torque here. I stare at this thing during the takeoff roll because it's, you know, there's a lag time between when you put in the actual power input and you see the result on the gauges here, so you got to be kind of careful. All right, there we go. That's right, almost up to the 2,000 mark. We're already up off the ground though, easy. How did the no smoking thing start? I think it's just a common sim thing. Like, I feel like I hear it on other channels too, where people just like, you know, we're allowed to smoke here, you know, just because, you know, most people I think know that smoking used to be a thing on airliners back in the day. Now it's not a thing, and you know, no smoking is plastered everywhere in every airplane, commercial or not. So it's like, you know, just a very low effort joke, I think, on all of our parts to be like, you know, smoke up while flying. And then when we were doing the virtual airline, I had made a couple liveries when we were doing the Couch Captain VA stuff, an on-air company. And so on them, like, I put a few arrows that like pointed to the side of the citation windows and said, "You can smoke in here." And yeah, we just ran with it. Just picturing everybody sitting in instead of a sim chair or a gaming chair, they're just sitting in a giant comfortable couch with a cigarette lit, flying in the simulator. I don't know why that's the visual I have for our community, I guess. Just all of us super comfortable, do what we want. I don't know. It's just silly. It's just silliness. That's all it really is. Oh yeah, I did not set our intended course here. 036, gotta set that over here. 036 and get it over. It looks like it's in GPS mode. Oh no, VLOC mode. All right, GPS, there we go. All right, so we gotta head to the northeast. We got, let me hit D, make sure that's good. Hit B, make sure our altitude's good. And yeah, we're headed to the northeast. 036 for our course. There's 036 there. Alright, we got some mountains to get over as usual. So here we're at 200 feet of elevation at the airport we just took off from. And the one coming up is at 4,600 feet, 4,600 feet. And as usual, I have no idea what to expect when we get to this next airport in terms of the terrain. You want to land your 738 in 750 feet. Yeah, this upcoming runway, this airstrip, 750 foot long grass airstrip. Grass strip. This is going to be, it's going to be much more challenging than the other ones. I think the strategy of just flying around it at a slow speed, circle around the field, get a good idea of what the best direction is and what the terrain looks like, seems like a good idea to me. The 737-800, yep. That is the, I bought the 737-700. So to me, it's just the 737. But yeah, I've only flown that thing like a couple times. No airliners needed here. I get the appeal to airliners, but I'd rather be... I feel like a Citation and then like a Honda Jet's my limit. I don't need like the 200 seats behind me. I mean, they're both fun for different reasons like that. I mean, especially if you like the long hauls. It's so nice to be able to like hop in, do a long haul, like do the takeoff, and then, you know, get your autopilot set, go do a few errands and stuff. 3 hours later, come back, set up for the landing. Get those miles logged, you know? People love doing that stuff. Hey, it's a sim. You can do whatever you want, you know? Oh man, we're already pretty close to this, aren't we? Yeah, it's only 6 miles away. So it must be over this next... It's like on top of this hill over here, right? Yeah, it's higher altitude-ish, or same altitude than we're at. It must be right in the hills. What are we at? We're at 5,000 feet. Airport is at 4,600 feet, so it's just a little bit below where I'm at right now. Gotta zoom this map in. A little bit to the left. I'm gonna get slowed down already here. See if we can find where the strip is at. Helicopter landing here. Yeah, we got about 700 feet for the runway, so this is gonna be an interesting one. I'm gonna get my first notch of flaps and just get slowed down a lot here. The runways here are 1-6 and 3-4, so almost north-south facing runways. So it seems like we'll probably turn to the left and land on maybe 1-6. Or sorry, turn left and land on 3-4. Where is the strip here? I'm at 4,500 feet. It's kind of at our altitude. Where is this one? It's to my left. Is this it, like right in this area? Oh, it's right there. I see it. Oh my god. You guys have landed. I see it, yeah. Holy crap. Alright. There is no strip? No, I think... Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's 700 feet. Alright, I'm gonna give it a 360. Actually, can I wonder if I can get down there. It's in the valley. Yeah, it's right against... It is right against the mountains there. That is crazy. I knew these were gonna get harder. The ones after this are also challenging. Oh my god, this is crazy. There is no room for error here. There is no go around at this airport. Like, you have to be fully committed. Oh, I didn't have my flaps all the way out. Oh no, I'm going into the... I think I'm going straight into... Oh, I have reversers on. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. That was so lucky. Oh my god. Yes, turn crash damage off. And a bunch of you guys are already down. Dude, this is the smallest strip we've ever flown into. Look at this thing. Elevation issues again here. Victus coming in. Grand Caravan. A little bounce, but he's slowing. Don't forget your reversers if you got them. Put them into beta. I forgot my flaps all the way down. I was going in faster than I should have. I can see the terrain differences too, because like I see you guys like bouncing differently than I did higher up in the air. Marco is in. All right, here comes Enon. Look at the crab that John's got going, the Kodiak. Oh no, I think John stalled. Dude, this one is tucked away. This is crazy. And the elevation here is a funny difference. Clipped a tree, no. For people without scenery, it's a circle, not a strip. Oh no, I got it. So for you guys, it's like, it's not even, it doesn't even look like a strip. It just looks like a little patch. I guess in this case, it was a benefit that I have the scenery loaded. The Vision Jet. Correct. Oh no. I realized I also gave you guys no heads up on what we were doing, so I apologize for that. Hey Tolsto, what's up, man? Looks like a par 3 from the air. What a strange strip. It's a patch of grass. I'm curious what the next ones look like. It sounds like this one is the worst of them for the stock scenery. I mean, it looks, I'm sure, infinitely better with the scenery added on. Turk ordered VTOLs for everyone on Amazon, 2-day delivery. What a nice dude. I guess we can get out. Which runway was this? Technically it was runway 34, but apparently for most people it doesn't look like a runway at all. I just happen to have the scenery installed. If you mean the airport code, it is Bravo Whiskey Juliet BWJ. All right, next up from here is AYDN. Alpha Yankee Delta November is next. So we're going to go from BWJ to Alpha Yankee. AYDN is next on the list. So I think AYDN is one of the 3 Orbex ones. So the next one's called Bawan. Sorry. The next one is called Denangat or something like that. Denangat. I'm sure I'm pronouncing everything horribly, but there are 3 in a row. These are the ones that are part of the Orbex scenery that got released recently. So once again, my elevation will be different. All right, let's get turned around here. We get it back to takeoff. So I'll go first notch and see if I can turn around here. Lots of differential braking needed here, so rudder pedals are very good for this, so you can use your brakes independently. All right, this is going to be quite the takeoff. I know for you guys, you're going to be like driving into the trees or whatever, but good luck to you. And our course is going to be to the northwest. 315 is our next course, and about 19 miles to get to Diangat, looks like. So 315 on the course. Let me get that set up here. 315, right around there. Oh, sorry, that's not 31. Yeah, that is 315. Okay, we're good. All right, holding the brakes, get the torque set. And then I'll release the brakes. This is much better in the black square, actually. The brakes seem like much more powerful. Compared to the stock one, I was like rolling all over the place, even holding the brakes. It was too strong for the brakes. Oh my god, this is kind of terrifying. Oh, watch the tree. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Alright, we're going to turn to the left. 315 for our course here. Looks like left is a little bit safer. Over into this valley over here. And the next airport is at 5,200 feet for the elevation, 5,200. Okay, I haven't damaged the engine yet. It says 100% down here. Feels good. We go towards this valley just a little bit more. Can we make it up here? I think we can make it over this one. Try to make it through this little spot here. Alright, 20 miles to the next airport. If you can call it an airport. Next to the next airstrip. I guess technically these are called airports, some of them. This one, the next one is called Dinengat or Dinengat Airport. I'm sure I'm butchering all the pronunciations. Alright, to the northwest, once you get over the terrain. And airport code is AYDN. AYDN. Smooth Studio says I took off from the, you took off in the Vision Jet? Did you hold the brakes and like just max your power? Hit 80 knots, went off the hill, gained an extra 10 knots to climb. Nice. Like a wingsuit. Wingsuit takeoff. Beautiful. This is the way. Just gonna get through this little spot here and then turn to the west. Somebody was pushing him. Yeah, did you you like set it up so you could use the glider like tow, the winch tow setup, where it just pulls you to the departure end of the runway? Gives you an extra speed boost. Alright, going on to course here soon. This says safe altitude on this leg is 12,000 feet. So probably more like 10 to 11,000. The safe altitude figures usually give us like 1,000 feet of clearance. Mandalorian reference, of course. I don't even think I've watched the 3rd season. Are they still on 3 seasons? I had, the last thing I watched was Book of Boba Fett in between season 2 and 3. I don't think I ever started season 3 of Mandalorian. I've been watching Battlestar Galactica lately instead. I finished season 1 of that. I'm re-watching it. I've seen it before. But, a buddy of mine was watching it. I was like, I'm gonna watch it too. Alright, we are on course now. Yeah, looks like we're going to need to get up to like 10 or 11,000 feet to get over this these peaks in front of us. And then the airport elevation is down at 5,000 feet. So once again, we're going to get over the terrain. It looks like we could make our way to the east a little bit if we want to get around this terrain here. We just kind of fly around to the east. And then the runways at the next airport. Let's see. Looks like 11 and 29 are the runways. So those are going to be kind of perpendicular to our approach from the north. So they're more east and west-ish. That show got you through 2020. Nice. Yeah, that show is amazing. It's kind of impressive how it holds up. It's like 20 years old now. The CGI is pretty cheesy. It kind of always was, because I think they had like a pretty low budget for the show. And but I mean, the acting and the plot and everything, like, who cares about the a lot of the CGI is just kind of funny looking. It's a little cheap looking, but it holds up decently. Even, you just know it's like a budget show. They had like all the papers were like the corners are cut literally on the papers they're holding in the show. I think it was a reference to like them cutting corners with the budget and what they were able to do. All right, so the preferred runway for this, it's kind of hard to tell. It's either there's 29 and 11. So we will see as we get closer which one is the preference based on the terrain. And I think this is the first one of the Orbex pack I downloaded, so it's got a bunch of buildings, a bunch of a bunch of custom buildings and stuff there. Oh, Mandalorian got you through 2020. Got it. It's aged very well, like Doctor Who. I've never watched Doctor Who. I actually don't know anything about Doctor Who. Alright, I'm going to turn to the right now and get through this part. And then I'm going to dive down. So we're at 9,000 feet, and we need to get down to 5,000 feet. I love the relative terrain map, man. This thing is so nice for this kind of flying. All right, I'm at 8,500 feet. Need to drop about 3,000 feet in altitude here to find this one. And as we get closer, we'll be able to see the terrain around it a little bit better. It's like right in front of us, 4 miles away, right in front of us. All right, I'm gonna go down into this valley here. I think these are getting really challenging. I remember flying a couple of these last night. I had to circle around a bit to make sure I was lined up correctly. Looks like a few of you guys are over here landed already. I'm gonna turn off the nameplates. It's kind of a little bit of a cheat code. Okay, it's all the way down in the valley. Yeah, right down in here. I see you guys landing. All right, did I get a notch of flaps out? Not yet. Let's do first. The next notch of flaps out. Oh, is it the opposite direction? Oh, it's oh yeah, it's right here. Okay, nice. So once we make this right turn, we'll be lined up with it right there. It's just tucked away in here, just like the other one. All right, getting full flaps out. Winds say 230 at 2 knots. So I have a little bit of a crosswind from the right, just a couple knots it looks like. And this one is 1,300 feet long. Much more forgiving than the last strip. Another dodgy strip. This is what we signed up for. Alright. Very low on my airspeed. I'm about 70 knots. Just pitching up and adding power. I need to add a lot of power. Descending a little too fast. Alright, flaps are full. Getting ready on the reversers. I don't think I'll need it for this one, actually. Some hard braking. It's got a custom windsock here. This is the Orbex one. Nice. On the brakes. Dude, that was probably my smoothest one yet. Let me pull off the side here. Get the drone camera out. Oh, here comes Deuce. Yeah, the Orbex scenery is kind of expensive, but I mean, you can kind of see the detail they put into it. It looks pretty good. Bitter Genius is in NJB. NJB, are you in the M500? What are you, crazy? Cyber is in, and it looks like the Kodiak. I don't know why it doesn't say Kodiak for him. And here comes Horizon coming in. Another Kodiak. This strip was, this strip looks great, man. The Orbex even added a little windsock over here. This little custom white windsock. Yeah, the winds are just a couple knots from the right side. Horizon is in. He doesn't have, I assume most people don't have this scenery, so you're seeing it different on my screen than yours. Here comes Enon and I think the Turbo Porter. A no gear landing. Oh no. What happened? Hopefully that's a multiplayer bug. Yeah, this scenery looks great. I mean, I feel like it's a bit expensive. I don't know. I guess it's like $4 a strip, but it's only 3 strips for $12. But I mean, it's definitely good quality. They put in a bunch of custom, it's like a bunch of custom trees around here. Custom shrubbery, lots of buildings. Custom windsock is here. Kind of neat. More screenshots. Microsoft Screenshot Simulator is what it stands for. Kevo's got to go. Real life stuff. All right, man. Take it easy. We just got a couple more strips here. We got 1, 2. I might skip the last one because it's like a bigger airport, but yeah, we'll see how we feel after 2 more of these. Can you do on air in this area? I haven't tried it, but I think you can. I have not checked. I don't know for certain if you can or not, but on-air companies usually pretty global in terms of finding jobs to do. So if I had to guess, I would say yes. I'm guessing you could, but yeah, I don't know for sure. Luckily, on-air does have a trial, so you could give it a shot. Oh yeah, what's the ICA? Let me give the next 2. So we're starting at AYDN, and the next one is AYYW. It's only 10 miles from here, so it'll be a quick hop. We're going to do 2 more quick hops, and then the last one is going to be 38 miles to an airport that has Oh no, the last one's also a grass strip. Okay. All right, yeah, so we're going to be on our way to AYYW. This is Yawan airstrip. 1,500 feet of grass at 4,700 feet will be the next one. Oh, okay, yeah, Dave, that's a good point. So in On Air Company, there's an option to use small airports. It's in the global options. So if you do want these little tiny ones, I think that might be off by default. So you need to turn on use small airports. That'll give you like the size 0 and like extremely small strips to fly into as part of the missions. Yeah, I think it's off by default. That's a good call there. It takes a certain type of pilot to land these in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna binge some missionary bush pilot YouTube after this. It's been a while since I've watched his videos, but it is crazy that that he and other pilots fly these kind of places in real life. All right, flaps are set. Let's go. I'm gonna set the torque again and then release the brakes. Make sure I don't damage the engine. Almost set. All right, torque is set, or power is set. Take off super fast in this thing though. I think the Kodiak might have a slightly shorter takeoff roll than the Grand Caravan, but they're both great. Dude, Cyber, thanks for 5 gifted memberships, man. Enjoy your moustaches. Thanks, Cyber. Appreciate that, dude. Go, go. Screenshot time as usual. Look at all the lights. It looks so good. All right, yeah, we have this valley here to the right. I didn't set my course. I didn't even look at the map, but we're going to the east, and it's only about 10 miles. It's less than that now. Desired course is 077. Let me set that up over here. Should have set this before I took off. All right, right around there. Woo. All right, multitasking. Don't crash the plane. I think I'm just gonna leave my flaps out. This is like very quick hop over here. 10 miles to the east, AYYW. Dude, Cyber, thanks again, guys. Enjoy your mustaches. Enjoy your pack of cigarettes that'll be sent to you for your passengers, courtesy of Cyber. Oh, you're getting a lot of frame stutters, Chris. All right, let me take a look at the terrain again. Okay, there's kind of this part that sticks out here that we need to get past, and then AYYW. It is at 4,700 feet, and the runways are 14 and 32. So it looks like 14 will probably be our preference, but as always, we'll see what the terrain wants us to do. I went up quite a bit here, so yeah, it's at 4,700 feet, so I need to drop about 2,000 feet already, or about 1,500 feet. John says he's got to go. Grace, great flight. Thanks for joining, John. Hope to see you on the next one. I pretty much do these group flights every weekend, every Saturday. So, and then during the week, like Tuesday and Thursday this coming week, I'm going to do more say intentions AI stuff, more VFR flying, sectional chart usage, all that kind of stuff. They're only 9 days away from the release. I saw they were giving some people early access on the Discord. They're like slowly adding people in. And the relative terrain is nice, but it's... Maybe I should turn off... You know what I should do is turn off traffic. There's so many of us, that's what's cluttering it up. Alright, it's right past this ridge in front of me. After this ridge, it's to the southeast of that ridge. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to go to the left a little bit here, around this side of the ridge. And then, but the runways are more, they're kind of north-south. So it looks like the south-facing runway is probably going to be our preference. So like a 1-4, like a 140 heading for the south-facing runway. So I'm gonna go around here. I'll get that one notch of flaps up, just so we can speed up just a little bit around here. Nick says, oh, you have a 7-year-old computer and the sim runs great. No way. That's awesome, man. You know, I think one of the best things you can do to improve your performance is turn off live traffic. Like, I pretty much always have live traffic turned off and I have multiplayer on. Especially if you're flying in like heavily populated areas, like major airports. All of that AI traffic, that live injected traffic, does a lot to drain your CPU's resources. So it's just a lot of stuff, CPU heavy stuff with the live traffic especially. So I think turning off live traffic is one of the best changes you can make for performance. But hey, if you got a more powerful computer, by all means, all the bells and whistles. All right, this next strip is at, yeah, 4,700 feet. I'm gonna turn off your guys' lovely names for now. Can enjoy this valley. So once we get through this valley, it's on the east side, right here, tucked in the corner. And yeah, looks like runway 14 is probably the preference. So I got that set up on my heading bug here, so I kind of see the direction the runway is going to be. And 4,700 foot elevation. I'm at 5,100, so I'm only 400 feet above the airport elevation right now. And get the first notch of flaps out just to slow down a little. Get into the white arc. What is the first notch of flaps in this? 175 you can do first, then 150, then 125. So you can get the flaps out in Grand Caravan really soon, way before the white arc. Actually, those might be the flap up speeds instead of flap down. It should be the flap down speeds, right? Yeah, 175, 150, 125. So really the white arc is just representing the final notch of flaps. I have all these guide lights in front of me. Thanks, guys. Making this easier. The nameplates are one level of guidance and cheating to get into these runways, but all the green and red flashing nav lights also really help. All right, I'll get that second notch of flaps in, add some power. Oh, I see the strip right over there. Barely. All right, full flaps. There it is. This is one of the ones I did last night. I have no excuse for not knowing this strip. I think I went into the trees the first time I did this one. Got another elevation mismatch. I see you guys all up in the air. All right, I'm at idle, just pulling the nose up to bleed all this speed off. Looking for that beautiful stall horn. Ooh, that probably is clipping trees right there. Brakes, reversers. Don't even really need them. This thing slows so fast. I am just late to the party. And in the ground. Kip in the ground. Rename the channel. It's a branding problem right here today. And am I the last one in? I think I was like almost the last person in. Feels bad. This looks so silly. Well, here's the Orbex scenery for this one. I mean, there is a lot of detail in the Orbex ones. Like, I mean, look, this amount of detail is definitely like I understand why it's payware. There's even shirts hanging here. You got laundry out. And like all the custom textures, like the roof on the roofing of the buildings here. Yeah, there's a lot of detail that goes in here. I get why it's payware. Got some laundry down here. The laundry. The ringer cannot look empty, dude. Give him your dirty laundry. The whites. All right, let me do what I didn't do last time and take a look at the next course, the next airport. Get that all set up before we take off. So we have one more to the east that's close. This one's only 10 miles away, just like the last one. And then we're going to go to the southeast from there, and this will be our final stop. So now we're doing AYYW to AYYE. I'll put that in the chat again. And the course here, let's see, 070. Get that put in here. 070 for the course. And I'll look up the runways in advance. We have... Actually, first I'll look at coming in from the east, but let's see if we can get any info. So it's in this valley that kind of is a north-south facing valley. And if I look at the airport info, it is north-south runways. So it looks like 18 is probably going to be our preferred runway. So I'll get the bug set here to south, 180. All right, nice. I think we're all set. And the airport elevation is 2,500 feet. The one we're at now is at 4,500, so it's 2,000 feet below our current elevation. So it looks like, to be safe, we'll want to swing out to the north a little bit and then get into that valley facing south, lined up for 180. Yeah, the Orbex stuff looks good. I don't know. They said it was pack 1, so it looks like they're going to be releasing several of these. Hopefully, eventually, they'll all be on sale in a big bundle, you know. Love me some bundles. All right, brakes are on. Let's get our power set again without destroying the engine. Haven't destroyed it yet, so that's good. A little more power. All right, there we go. Right at the edge there, the red line. Orbex has been good since FSX. Yeah, I'm happy with all the Orbex stuff that I bought. Yeah, it's always like consistently high quality. Oh, I think this is an active pause screenshot moment here. Yes. Thank you for aiding me with future thumbnails, everyone. Really appreciate your contributions here today. Oh, the TC3. All right, getting the flaps up. Yep, so we're going to want to turn to the north and then to the east. Let me zoom this in here a bit. And we could follow this all the way around. I think we can climb over it a bit, slightly north of our course. And then we'll turn to the right and get down in that valley once we get over these mountains here. These are pretty tall. Yeah, it says the en route safe altitude for this is 11,000 feet. So probably 10,000 or 10,500. All right, already at 6,000. I'm gonna update the altimeter real quick. Altimeter, oh, it's reported in QNH 1012. I don't know how that translates. 1012 looks like it's roughly 2996 maybe, 2997, around there. All right, let's see if we can get over this. Oh nice, there's like a little lower section over here where Jeff and Captain JMR are at. 1013 is 2992. Okay, so it's 1012. At least that's reported on the METAR, but when I hit B here, it looks like it's almost like, looks like it's like 2997 when I hit B. Roblox Aviator, what's up? Are you the Roblox guy from before that was asking us if you should play Roblox? If so, welcome back, and if not, welcome. Oh no, no, it wasn't you. Okay. Somebody earlier hopped on and they were asking us if they should play Roblox. Which I guess it's a legit question, maybe. Oh, you were on the last stream. Okay, yeah. Somebody earlier hopped in right at the start of the stream. They were asking everybody in chat if they should play Roblox. We're like, yeah, I guess. Sure, do it. Why not? We're not gonna stop you. What's up, Nick? New to the stream, just vibing as an old man. Hey, I mean, you're saying vibing. You don't sound that old. Or at least you're catching up on the lingo. I feel like vibing is like a very millennial lingo, not so much Gen Z lingo. Flying in the Caravan. Yep. I started with the Kodiak, and then I messed up a couple engine starts embarrassingly, so I switched over to the standard Grand Caravan, and now I switched over to the Black Square Analog Caravan, which I love. I love this plane. So I guess having like the regular topography map on is pretty good for this. The relative one's nice, but they're both useful in different ways. I tend to use the relative one a lot, but until we get closer, you can't really make out the terrain as well. But the topography version is also not that detailed. It's Gen Z for sure. Wait, I thought the vibe thing was more like a millennial thing than Gen Z thing, isn't it? You have Tic Tacs? You got the Tic Tacs? Nice. I think the Gen Z stuff is way different. It's just another level of abbreviating things. I don't know. Like with all the W's and the Riz and all these weird words. Lots of three-letter words they use. Some generations it was all four-letter words. Now it's all three-letter words. You think vibing is Gen Z? I don't know. Yeah, you're 40 and you use vibing. Bussin'. I think vibing is millennial. All right, let's see where this strip is. So it is going to be north-south facing strip, so I'm going to keep going west for now, watching these hills. I'm actually going to go a little bit to the north in this valley so I can turn around south and line up for runway 18. Vibing is 1000% millennial. All right, airport elevation is 2,500 feet for this one. Chris says he's never said vibing. Oh, I see you guys down there at the strip already. I am overspeeding. It's a vibe, guys. Saying vibing is a vibe. It's very important. I'm not sure if this is the preferred runway or not. Maybe the north runway is preferred. This terrain is Pretty intense. Vibing's late 80s, early 90s fits with me. All right, it's definitely down in this part of the valley right here. I mean, I see you guys landing over there. I think I can kind of make it out right there, maybe. I think this is the preferred runway, yeah. Oh, nice. I'm lined up with it. I see it. Oh my god, this one is crazy. I need to pull the nose up and lose a lot of speed. I can get 2 notches of flaps out already. White arc is just for the final notch of flaps, I guess, according to the... Uh-oh, I'm gonna slip. Oh no, this one is not looking good. Alright, slipping, losing the altitude. I really need to get the nose up to bleed off all this speed. I'm way too fast. We're pretty well aligned. All right, pulling the slip out. Still at idle power. We're a bit fast on the approach, though. We're like 80 knots. Oh god, this is the worst of all of them. I'm getting reversers ready. Reversers are in. Oh, yes, we're good. That was the sketchiest yet. Definitely the sketchiest. Whew. I was way too high there. All right, let's get into drone cam. See who's left. All right, we do have a few guys coming in still. Fredericks is landing. Firebird is landing. I know you guys are going to be floating in the air, a lot of you, because of the custom scenery. Ghoulish coming down. 208. He's giving us a little bounce at the end. He's porpoising. He's porpoising. He's showing off. Mock is also showing off. Oh my god, somebody's in an A320. It's happened, everyone. It is a stream with Microsoft Flight Simulator. We got an Airbus. It's on the way in. Actual Airbus. Ant is in. Genius is in. So many Kodiaks. So many Grand Caravans. This is like a dream. It's beautiful. We got the Airbus in. Woo is in the Airbus. We finally got one. The Air Dolphins. It's doable. Reverse, yeah, the beta mode. Dude, reverse is incredible. Luke is in. Cyber is in, giving us some beautiful bounces. Oh, absolutely beautiful. His form. Like an Olympian, like an Olympic gymnast. JMR getting a few bounces in. Wit EY coming straight at the camera. He's on the invisible ground above us. I think Primal Instinct just went down in the trees. Can't tell. Looks like he may have had crash damage on. NJB is in. Wait, which plane is this? Wait, what plane is that? Is that the Twin Otter? Oh, DHC-6. Isn't that the Twin Otter? What is the DHC-6? I'm so bad. Oh, look at all these floating boys here. The floating crew, and then the rest of us. Oh, the TB-21 into the trees. I don't know why this one was such a more challenging approach. I was just so high over here. I had to lose a lot of altitude. Like, I just had to chop and drop and slip. Just got really lucky with the beta mode on that one. The ground doesn't exist. Yeah, it's because I have the Orbex. I put on the Orbex stuff for this. Oh man, did they actually put... They put a bunch of, like, branches and stuff in the water. Look, they put rocks over here. I assume all of this is custom right here with all the rocks. There's no... Or there is a... Yeah, there is a little bit of water here. I mean, there's definitely a lot of detail in the Orbeck stuff. I don't know that I'll ever fly here again. We'll see. Blackbird PC6 is quite nice. Yeah, the porters, the turbo porters, Caravans, Twin Otter, Kodiaks. Yeah, all really good for this kind of flying. Obviously the Kodiak. Okay, let's look at our final leg here. We're going to the east to Massa Airport. It is AYSX. So we're going AYYE to AYSX. That's Yankee, Alpha Yankee Sierra X-Ray. Yeah, the double ender should be okay. Maxwell said it earlier. Yeah, double ender is really fun for this, I'm sure. Definitely more challenging being in something like the Grand Caravan, something a little faster. All right, so we are going to the east. This is the last leg. A little more chill. We'll have some time to chill this time. 37 nautical miles instead of 10 to the east. Almost all the way to the east coast here of the country. And the elevation at the last airport is 5,800 feet, 1,400 foot grass strips facing north and south. So we'll review that again as we get closer. All right, and our desired track here, our course 109. Go ahead and get that dialed in. All right, 109 is set, and then I'm gonna leave this set to about 170 on the heading bug for a reminder of the runway orientation there. All right, let's get all turned around. One more leg, and then we'll call it a day. We'll have a good like 3.5 hours of flying today. That is a lot of strips. Oh, getting a little bit of stuttering here. All right, everybody get turned around. It's like most of you guys are turned around. I'll give it 30 seconds and then we'll take off. Bridge or monument flying? You want to see some stunts? I'll be there to witness said stunts. Nick says, I believe Vibe is a channel on XM. All right, looks like we're good to go. All right, let's get it. Get our power set. Brakes are pushed in. Applying full braking right now, believe it or not. We're still moving quite a bit. All right, power is set. Maybe a little bit more power. Oh, barely above the trees. Probably should be using 2 notches of flaps in this thing for a little shorter takeoff roll. Wonder if we can follow this river the whole way. Negative. All right, the river just goes to the north. Kind of looks like it goes east as well. All right, we're on course 109 or 110 for our course here. Who will do a stunt first? Actually, I should pause and we'll see what kind of craziness happens. CCJD is trying to get some stunts going, so I'm gonna move to the back of the pack so I can just be witness to the insanity that may happen. You've heard of people inciting riots? This is basically the flight sim version of that. Trying to get people to do dangerous things in their Kodiaks. Let me pause again. I'll get behind everyone else. All right, 109 on the heading. We need to get over this terrain here. Mostly going east, a little south of east. Pryfly just did a barrel roll. Oh no, he's going down. Oh no. Oh, he recovered. He recovered it. He's good. Wit EUI is also doing barrel rolls. I just saw a completed barrel roll, but will he survive? Oh no, he's down in the trees. He's down in the trees. If your friend jumps... If your friend does a barrel roll, are you gonna do a barrel roll too? Apparently the answer is yes. He made it. Soul says, I find it interesting how the mountains tricks the eyesight. Oh yeah. About a while back I saw like a tip, like if you see the mountains beyond the mountains in front of you, then you're high enough. But if you can't see what's beyond them, then you're too low, right? So like, I can't see anything beyond this, so obviously I'm way too low compared to this. But over here, I can, you know, I can see this mountain behind this one, so I'm at a safer altitude. But yeah, this one is, all of these, I'm definitely too low. I see sky behind them. So I definitely need to climb. Supposedly the safe altitude for this leg is 10,500 feet. That's giving us a generous amount of clearance over the terrain. Am I involved in aviation? No, sir. Nope. Yeah, my girlfriend has her her certificate. I think she might be going flying in the near future. But we'll see. Yeah, I've gone with her a bunch of times, and that's why I started simming, is because she was learning to fly in real life. But yeah, I'm more of a gaming nerd type, and the sim has been super fun to learn over the last few years. And I decided to try my hand at doing a little YouTube stuff and share the things I've learned, so here I am. But yeah, I'm primarily a gamer. And yeah, I haven't quite gotten the itch. I think I'm more, like, I've been studying a little bit for, like, ground instructor. I don't know that I'll ever accomplish it and actually become a ground instructor, technically, but at least on paper, like, it's a nice little goal to have. So I've been taking a break over the holidays, but I was studying a bit before them. Need to get back into it and see. I, like, signed up for Shepherd Air, and yeah, I'm more interested in aviation than I am and interested in actually flying myself. So yeah, we'll see though. I mean, I enjoy it. I just love the complexity of all of it. And it's cool, like the Navigraph survey says that like 20% or so of people that replied to their survey said that they are pilots or they're in flight school right now. So there's a good, you know, 20-25% or so of people that sim that are already pilots or are training to become pilots. So but the other 75 to 80% of us are just, you know, simmers and interested in aviation enough to nerd out on it on the sim. And yeah, it's fun stuff. The community is generally really good. I know there are negative things that happen here and there where, like, you know, people will be like, there's just, you know, different levels of seriousness when it comes to simming. So some people like expect you to like fly traffic patterns for like 20 hours before you touch your autopilot and stuff like that. But you know, at the end of the day, it is technically a game. It's a simulation video game, technically. So it's just good to let people do what they want to do. You know, it's just let people have fun with it. And if people want to take it seriously and learn how to do IFR flight planning and read approach plates and all that stuff, then help them do it. And if you know that, if you have the knowledge, share it with them and let them learn that stuff. I mean, it's all fun. That's the thing about every type of simulation is you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, you can use it for training, or you can use it just to buzz LAX in a Super Hornet, whatever floats your boat, you know. Victus says, love the latest G1000. Land anywhere tutorial. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I've been wanting to make something like that for a while, so a full-on beginner's guide is still a bit intimidating, but I think the next video I want to make is kind of like an IFR flight plan for dummies kind of thing. So now that we've done the visual approach stuff, I think the next thing, and people have asked for this, is like do the same route, but now do an IFR flight plan and do one of the RNAV approaches. Do one with an ILS approach. Do one with VFR, you know, VFR instead of IFR. So yeah, I'm gonna outline some of that stuff and see about making those videos next. But in the meantime, I'm just streaming 3 days a week and enjoying that. I'll be yeah, just doing the group flights every weekend and doing the Tuesday and Thursday. I'll probably do the Say Intentions ATC stuff a bit more because I enjoy using it and it's coming out soon. It's nice to have beta access and be able to show it to you guys before it's out. But yeah, I'm really excited for all the stuff coming out this year. All the ATC AI stuff, all the flights in 2024 stuff. I think we can expect that in like Q3 or Q4 probably. Oh yeah, thanks Nick. Nick said, doing great, love the content, appreciate that, dude. You use the sim to get your PPL. Nice, man. That is awesome. Yeah, I feel like if I was ever motivated, like the amount of time I've spent in the sim definitely will at least make me, I'll still be absolutely terrified touching a yoke in real life, and I can't imagine like the adrenaline rush of like pulling back on the yoke for the first time. It kind of freaks me out. The times I've been in a plane with my girlfriend, it's just like, they're loud, they're bumpy, you know, it just feels like we're like barely, like it just could like fall apart at any moment also, you know, even though that's not realistic, it's not actually the case. Just being in a small plane is intimidating, man. Just as a passenger, it's a little frightening for me. Do I have any videos show how to use analog? Do you mean like using like analog instruments and stuff? I don't think so. Most of my stuff is, you know, as you guys know, like around the G1000 and the 530 and 430. More about the avionics and flight planning stuff and autopilots, you know. I'm just very interested in the technology in general. CCJD says, I've never flown, that makes sense to me. You were watching planes and thought, damn, imagine the crosswind landing. Yeah. I mean, I have massive respect for everybody that's flying a plane for real, like you guys that are doing discovery flights, earning your private pilot's certificate, doing training, doing IFR training. It's crazy. The bug hasn't hit me. I'm satisfied enough doing the simming stuff and having fun this way, but yeah, you know, I'll never say never. Like maybe 1 year I'll just be like, hey, it's time. Yeah, it just hasn't happened yet. But I mean, man, like just seeing how much the avionics have improved in the sim with the G1000, you know, with the 530 and 430, the PMS, the GTN 750 is amazing too. Like there's just so many things improving in the sim that I'm sure it helps you guys more and more and more if you are using it to train in real life. It makes sense that yeah, you can do your research. Like my girlfriend has done her research basically in the sim and flown VFR, done routes just to get an idea of the terrain and stuff like that. You know, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but you know, it's not bad. Watch Sully land in the Hudson. I actually haven't even watched that, the Tom Hanks one. I should probably watch that, being a sim pilot of sorts. All right, we're 12 nautical miles away now from the destination. We're more than halfway there. It's a north-south facing runway, so we got 17 and 35. Looks like it's hard to tell which one is preferred. It might be 35, but I would just be guessing. And the airport elevation is 5,800 feet, so we got a ways to go down into the valley for this one. Decent movie. The cost is intimidating. Yeah, filling the gas tank close to $300. Yeah, I think the flight school that my girlfriend used, they just do everything. She just does all like the wet costs, so fuel is included. Yeah, we're under 10 miles to the airport now. Got the Cessna 207. I bought the 207 when it was on sale for like 10 bucks. It's all right. I think it's cool that it comes with a few variants, but yeah, buy the planes that you like. You played the first flight simulator? Nice. I remember messing around with them when I was a kid, like not having no idea what I was doing. I'm definitely taking it more seriously now, obviously, but yeah, I remember playing the old school flight sims. I forget which was the first one that I played. I remember playing like TIE Fighter and X-Wing in those as well. I mean, it's not Microsoft Flight Sim, but I remember playing those games a lot when I was a kid. Alright, so it looks like maybe it's down in this valley area here a bit. We are not very far away. Only 6 miles away, and I need to get way down in the valley, it looks like. It's gotta be like in this area down here. Oh, no, it's front of us. Sorry, it's over this direction. It's like down in this valley right in here, it looks like. But it's like a north-south facing runway, so... Runways are 17 and 35. And it's at 5,800 feet elevation, 1,400 foot grass strip. Is this it right in front of us? Oh, is this it right here? Oh, this is it right here. It's so much closer. It's so much higher. Wait. It says it's at 5,800 feet. I'm at 8,000 feet. All right, I'm going to turn to the south. It looks like we'll want to be approaching from the south. This is our final stop for today. I need to get some food. I'm feeling the hunger pangs right now. Yeah, it looks like this is it right here. I don't believe I have custom scenery for this one. This is all very stock looking. Shout out to Meigs. They added it in Microsoft Flight Simulator like a year ago, right? I think they restored Meigs, so it's in the sim. It's in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Where we are right now. Mike Getz says, how do you move so quickly in the cockpit? I actually use a thumbstick on my stick a lot. If you ever see me moving like this without the cursor, I'm just using a little thumbstick. And at the glances, I use another hat on my thumb for that. So left and right, quick glances, and then I push it to reset my view. But when you see me moving this way, I've been just doing this recently. It's just a little like Xbox style thumbstick on my flight stick. So an analog stick, so I can move around like this. But a lot of the time I'll just use glance left and glance right. So if you have a hat on your stick, you can configure it for those like quick look left and right. I think it's called like quick view, pilot quick view, or cockpit quick view left, quick view right, and then one to reset it. I do have a Tobii eye tracker and I do have VR, and I just don't really use them. I guess I just kind of like being more in control of exactly when it moves. But I know like the Tobiis are really popular. You can always like switch to an external camera like this. Since it's not easy to move your head around in the sim like you would in real life, I don't think there's any shame in like going external camera like this to get a better view. Oh, I zoom into the controls? Yeah, sometimes I'll grab the mouse and zoom in like that. I'll just grab the mouse and do it real quick. You can also learn the presets for those, like control 1, 2, 3 if you have a keyboard. So like this is control 1, 2, 3. And if I hit whichever one I'm on again, like if I hit control 1 and then I hit control 1 again, it goes back to my previous position. So those are nice shortcuts to learn too. They're unique to every plane you fly, so if you get used to one plane, you'll get used to like, oh, it's control 5 for my fuel on and off, or, you know, whatever it is. But yeah, that's on a per plane basis. Those are the instrument camera presets. And then you can also use other shortcuts to set your own. And those go to Alt 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Let's get our flaps all the way out. This is a 1,400 foot runway at 5,800 foot elevation for the airport. Looks like maybe I do have scenery for this. This might be one of the flightsim.to ones I linked below. I'm gonna try to just barely touch the trees here, or barely not touch the trees here, I guess. All right, idle. Lots of trim, lots of back pressure. You can get that stall horn. Nice. Oh, perfect. Got the stall horn. No reversers needed. This is uphill. Look at all you guys parking all nice over here on the sides. Whew. Yeah, we put in a lot of work today. I'm gonna go here and park behind these two boys, fellow Grand Caravans. See if I can catch a couple more of you guys landing. Oh, nice. We get to see a lot of you guys coming in here. Luke is down. Sierra's down. This is another awesome strip. Dude, the view from this strip is great. This is one of the better views, I think. Just looking out over the valley. It's beautiful. Mock is giving us another many bounces of celebratory bounces here. Really appreciate that. Looks great. Oh no, the Airbus, no. Oh no, it's a Boeing. It's a 747 this time. Woo. Oh man, you guys are ridiculous. Dolphining, porpoising. Yeah, the more times you touch down, the more landings you've done. So get those bounces in. That's 1 landing, 2 landings. NJB, get 6 more landings in. 3 landings. Oh my god, he's doing so many more landings than the rest of us. It's just wild. The number of landings this man has done. Absolutely impressive. That would be actually hilarious if it counted as multiple landings. He's hacking the logbook. It's a modern logbook hacking in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Bounce as many times as possible. This airstrip looks a little crappy. It's like way too rectangular, but the view from here is incredible. Look at this. It's gorgeous. You gotta love it. All right, everybody, get together, get your photos. Yeah, I don't think this is custom. This looks very stock. Man, the terrain around here is just awesome, though. He did a bunny hop, yep. Couldn't see anything inside the 208 cockpit for touchdown. Yeah, that's the way to be. Always in the cockpit. That's the way to do it. I feel like it's harder to land in, and especially keep a center line if you're flying in third person. Definitely be in the cockpit. That's the way to do it. You don't want to make any hardcore simmers angry by landing in third person. Oh man, I am going to admit that I am pretty tired right now. 3 hours and 40 minutes of Papua New Guinea airstrips. Whew. I should have had a snack before more of a snack before the stream. I need to get some late lunch. It's 3:30 here in California. Hey, what's cool about flying in Papua New Guinea though is like this is I got real-time weather and real-time time of day on. Yesterday I flew a few of these strips and it was like overcast, like below minimums, like unable to land. I had to turn it off. So we got pretty lucky with the weather here today. I do have live weather on, right? I do. Okay, good. Yeah. live time, live weather. That would have been bad if I didn't have it on. And I'm like, wow, the weather is so favorable. Had a preset on. Ooh, all right. I am pooped. I'm not normally this winded. I feel like we did so much work today. It's kind of stressful flying here. Not gonna lie, kind of stressful today. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining, as always. Hey, outside on Twitch. We're about to end. We just landed at our last airport, so sorry you missed it today, but I'll be streaming again Tuesday, Thursday, and then next Saturday as well, if you want to join us for the next one. Many thanks to you guys for the gifted memberships today. The Mountain, Kevo, Big Sierra, Cyber Warrior. Really appreciate you guys gifting more memberships. Outside, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, I'll be back online on Tuesday. So for Tuesday's stream, I'm going to do more Say Intentions. Bro, where are you streaming? On YouTube, primarily. I just am multi-streaming on Twitch nowadays. But yeah, if you want to look up Kip on the Ground on YouTube, I'm there primarily. Oh, that's a good idea. I should make that. I should make a YouTube command. But yeah, Tuesday and Thursday this coming week, I'm going to do more Say Intentions AI, because that is coming out in just 9 days from now. So we'll do more sessions of that to do some more VFR flying. And then, yeah, we're just back to the normal Saturdays of doing group flights. If you guys want to hop on the Discord, it's linked in the description below if you want to hang out there between streams. And all the add-ons I used today for the Papua New Guinea stuff are linked in the description below if you're interested in those. There's two of them are on flightsim.to, so there's one from Photos by Kev and one from Wantok. Those are in there as well. But thank you guys for flying along, as always. Great to see you guys. I will add some more of your names to the blue names list to make sure you guys are marked as regulars on here. And the nameplates is linked below too. Anything and everything is linked below, either in the description or on my website as well. All right, guys. Thanks for flying along. Appreciate it. Great to see y'all again. And have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys hopefully on Tuesday. Have fun flying. Oh, and I know some of you were talking about doing a flight on Discord tomorrow together. So if you guys want to join on that, if you guys are going to organize it, I'll keep a lookout myself on Discord for that too. All right, guys. See ya, Nick. See ya, Soul, Gabriel, CCJD, Nick, Cyber, Turk, Fredericks, Big Sierra, Wheeze and Geezer TV, Soul, and everyone else. Good to see all you guys. Take it easy. See you guys on the next stream. Peace out. See ya. Goodbye. Have a good day. All that stuff. All right, take it easy. Bye.